right in front of me. That's where I found an empty glass, reflecting that's a truth. It's telling words not to be told. I need that mask. I'm a shapeshifter at this masquerade, heart in both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, chained down to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide. I can't tell you how to see me. Just a cage of bones, there's nothing inside. Will it unleash me, burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a shapeshifter at post masquerade, heart in both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.
Oh. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I'm not sounding horrible, hopefully. Hopefully, not sounding horrible. Just give me a sec. Yeah, I think that's fine. Oh, sorry guys, Hello, hello, hello. Royal Kitsune, thanks for the 2 months, dude. Do you think that Garn's reaction to Minecraft porn would be the same if you showed him a video of pizza crusts? No, I think pizza crusts would be way worse, man. Let me dictate, I think about 3 months, dude. How's it going, my guy? I'm doing alright, man, doing alright. Figured I'd just do a little chill stream today. No real plans, because I'm going on a trip tomorrow, so just wanted to do a little stream till I go. Riven the X-Files with the 6 months. Welcome back, dude. No sleep, gang. Well, I am sleep, gang, but not right now. Not right now. JS47, thank you for the tier 1, dude. And Archangel, thank you for the 23 months, dude. Let's go. Yo, almost 2 years, Archangel. Fuck yeah, dude. Welcome back. Doko ni ikimasu ka? Well, I'm not gonna say in case you guys stalk me. Somewhere. Some far off land. Sato Kazuma, thanks for 100 bits, dude. Hi in Japanese. That's konnichiwa. Did you know? Yeah, there are people like that. I know, man. I've learnt my lesson. That happened to us one time in England. Like a couple of years ago. I put up an Instagram story of... Where was it? I think we're in Brighton somewhere. We were hanging out with Connor for his birthday in Brighton. And I took like an Instagram like story of him. Just like chilling on the beach somewhere because we were having like a dinner there. And then like... I want to say 20 minutes after that video went up, some random girl just came up to me and was like, "Hey Joey, I'm a massive fan." And I'm just thinking like, oh, maybe, you know, she was just walking around or whatever. And then she was like, "Oh, I saw your Instagram story." I was like, all right, well then. So now I've learnt my lesson. Oops, sorry. So now I've learnt my lesson to not post Instagram stories as I am there. Lesson learnt. Lesson learnt. But also at the same time, don't do that shit. Like, there's a part of me that was like, oh, you know, that's like kind of nice. Sorry, I'm just moving the camera. There's a part of me that was like, oh, you know, they're a fan, like, cool, whatever. But then another part of me is just like, bro, we're like just trying to chill, you know? Like, bit of a different story if, you know, I made a thing saying like, hey, you know, come hang out with us or whatever, then like, yeah, of course, but yeah. Privacy is important, you are right. You are right. Nick, you in 200 bits. How are you, Joey? I'm good, man. Long time. Missed many of the live streams, been hella busy. I feel you, dude. I feel you. Daijoubu. It's alright. I haven't been able to stream as much as I would like to either, so... It happens, man. It happens. It happens. Is the audio choppy for anyone? Is it? Is the audio choppy for anyone? Is it? Sounds alright to me. What about a chill let's fight on stream? Greetings from Honduras. Well, greetings. I mean, yeah, it's fine, man. Go for it, Carlos. If you'd like to fight me on anything, go for it. It's basically what these... It's basically what these just chill, like, you know, the just chatting streams are for us. It's just like, you guys, like, ask me questions or, you know, just do whatever, right? Doge, thank you for the Prime, and Hirogor with the 500 bits. Hey, welcome back, dude. Hey, Joe, I'm on the beers with the boys tonight, so what do you think of Asahi beer if you've had it? Well, of course I've had it. You know I live in Japan, right? It's like the most common beer to have here. Although, to be fair, okay, I used to... Before we go to that, though, I just realized we just hit 250,000 followers on Twitch. Yay! Not that I really do any, like, follow anniversaries or whatever, but that's pretty poggers. That is pretty poggers indeed, thank you. 250,000 followers. Pretty happy about that. So thank you. Next step is, I guess, 500,000. Although it might take me a while because I barely stream. Shunas, thank you for the Prime, dude. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, Hirogor saying the Asahi beer shit. Corvax with the 7 months, welcome back, dude. 7 months, boys, listening to the stream while washing dishes at work. Good luck, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Next is 100,000 subscribers on Twitch. Do you know how hard that is? 100,000 subscribers on Twitch. No, that's not gonna happen anytime soon, bro. People who do live streams for a living don't even get to 100,000. They don't even get to 10,000 subs. 100,000 subs on Twitch would mean, okay, hypothetically, right? 100,000 subs on Twitch would be That's 100,000 people paying $5 a month. Even if they were all tier 1, that's 100,000 people paying $5 a month. That would be $500,000 roughly without the cut per month. That ain't gonna happen. Yo, Michi Mochi with the 20 bucks. Yo, let's go, dude. Thank you very much. Hey, Joey, I finally got Twitch figured out so I can donate. Thank you. I just wanted to say, truly enjoy what you do, getting me out of a dark time in my life, and even got back into watching anime. Taking this time to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, Michi. Oh, thank you, Michi. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're out of that rut. I'm glad you're out of that rut. And I hope you stay out of that rut. No one deserves to be in that rut. Rocky Dog with 100 bits. Been playing Yakuza 7 recently. Love walking around Yokohama. Have you ever been there? Yeah, I fucking love Yokohama, dude. Ninja had 200,000 once in 2018. Yeah, but okay. I didn't say it was impossible to get 100,000 subs, right? I didn't say it was impossible to get 100,000 subs. Like, of course Ninja has over 100,000 subs. How many fucking followers does he have on Twitch? He's got like 10 million subs on YouTube and he's not even a YouTuber. Bonzo, but I think for the Prime. And SCRX, thank you for the 300 bits, dude. XQC does too for sure. Yeah, but XQC is like one of the biggest streamers on this platform. Of course he has over 100,000 subs. I have 250,000 followers. Plus, those guys stream every fucking day. I'm lucky to stream twice a week. You know? Like, Twitch for me is just like a downtime kind of thing. It's just like a... I wouldn't even call it a side job. I don't even know what Twitch is for me. It's just like a thing I like to do, really. How do you feel about the Endless 8 and the Melancholy Suzumiya Haruhi? In the light novel, it's okay. In the anime, it was really bad. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like a... I guess it's just like a way for me to just... I don't know. Do stuff. I like streamings. I don't know. I just like hanging out. Just like hanging out. Keatston with a Prime. Thank you, dude. XQC has around 50,000 subs. How do people figure that out? Because unless you... Like, some people have, like, you know, total sub count on, like, showing on their screen and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure XQC doesn't have that showing, right? Get Buddha, thank you for the Prime. Twitch tracker shows sub count. Oh, really? Didn't even know that was a thing. Fair enough. I mean, I have 465 subscribers. But, of course, you know, that's very hard to maintain because it keeps going up and down with every month. Depending on how consistent I am on... That's the thing, Twitch is all about consistency. If you're not consistent on Twitch, you're not going to get subs. It's just how it works. Shiza with a buck. If YouTube is a full-time committed relationship, Twitch is a friend with benefits. Nah, dude, Twitch isn't even a friend with benefits. Twitch is just like... To me, it's not even a friend with benefits. It's like a pen pal, you know? It's just like a pen pal. It's like I don't even have sex with them. I just like write to them every now and then. A pen pal with benefits. I mean, what? So it's not a friend with benefits. It's a person I write to with benefits. That makes sense. Yo, Gee's coming in with a 41 months. Let's go. Sub, waking up at midnight from a food coma to this. Nice. Dude, food comas are not nice, but I'm glad you woke up to it. Shofan, thank you for the tier 1, dude. Pen pals with benefits with attitude. Exactly. 465, that's like less than 1%. Yeah, but again, you have to remember that following is free, right? It's like subscribing on YouTube, right? Think of it like this. Think of it like... What's the way to think about it? Like, followers to subs on Twitch, like the rate of like followers, how many followers you have, to how many subs you have, active subs you have, is kind of the same as the number of subscribers you have versus the amount of views you get on YouTube, right? Because think about it. you can have a lot of followers, you can have a lot of subscribers on YouTube, right? And your views will go up if you consistently keep uploading and you consistently stay relevant, right? But if you don't, and you stop uploading for whatever reason, you kind of fall off the face of the earth, then obviously your average views are also going to decrease. Alright? Same with Twitch. If you're not consistently, and especially with Twitch, is even more, it's even harsher than that, because you pay per month to sub on Twitch, right? So, you know, that's like, you know, if I, you know, subscribe to Netflix or whatever, and Netflix doesn't update anything for like 3 months, of course I'm going to cancel my subscription, right? Like, there's no point. Same with Twitch. If the streamer doesn't stream, then of course you're going to unsub, right? Because it's just, to be honest, it's a waste of fucking money. That's why I think Twitch streamers have it so much harder than YouTubers, because with Twitch streamers, you can't go on a break. Like, I'm literally about to go on a trip for like the next 3 days with Aki and some friends, right? But to me, that's nothing. Because I upload, like, what, once a week on YouTube? Plus, I can do it ahead of time, right? It's not, like, time sensitive. But it's a way, way, way harder to do that on stream. Like, you take 1 week break after streaming every day for, like, hours at a time on Twitch. Bro. It's hard. It's hard, man. Hold on. Sorry, I'm talking too much. I missed a bunch of these donations. Neon Light with the 8 months. Thank you, dude. I started to watch Bacana because you talked about it on Trash Taste, but I wasn't expecting magic, nor watching a kid get his head blown off. Really wild. Yeah, dude. It's Narito Dyogo, dude. That guy's insane. Nixon with 100 bits. Finally started reading Berserk. Nice. Been a fan of From Soft games, and the way it inspires Miyazaki in Bloodborne. I always knew about the series and how dark it was. I was about to say how dank it was. So I avoided it pretty much. Now I've been to the 1997 anime, and I'm on chapter 207. It's really good. I'm glad, man. I'm glad you watched the 1997 anime. It's actually like, especially compared to 2016. The 90s OVA is actually pretty dope. X Slacky with the 300 bits. Love to see you and Gant giving Horimiya some love in the latest Trash Taste, even if it was only for like 2 minutes. I'm glad to see it getting the recognition it deserves. I mean, granted, I haven't caught up on it. So I couldn't really have a whole lot to say about the anime, but I have like read like the first like 9 volumes of the, I have like the first, I think, 8 volumes of the manga back there. So I've read the manga, it's really good. Corpse Blood with the 7 months. Welcome back, dude. White Chocolate with the $2. Thank you. Mr. The Low or Tello. Sorry, I'm butchering your name. With $3. Hello, Joe. I'm a video editor and would like to know the best way to get in touch with a creator. People like you get countless messages and I don't want to get lost in the message flood. You know what's the best way to sell yourself, bro? Present, like any good job, right? Like any good job offer, present a resume. Present your work. I get so many fucking emails from people saying, hey, I'm a video editor and would you consider, you know, hiring me to edit your videos? And I'm just like, where are your examples? There's no examples. They didn't give me any examples. Show me, like, show an example of your work, what you can do with video editing. You know, say like, I edited this video, I edited this video, I edited this video. Present that, and then you'll have a better chance of getting hired. In the case with me, I already have a bunch of editors that work for me, so I right now don't really need any editors. So yeah, but there's lots of YouTubers out there, especially up-and-coming YouTubers who are starting to use editors, so maybe reach out to them. Kim Kardashian 42069, amazing username, with 100 bits. Which Evangelion ending do you prefer, episode 25 and 26, or the end of Ava? Good question. I like both for different reasons, I guess. 25, well, I mean, end of Ava was definitely a lot more, like, artistic and what the fuck, and episode 25 and 26 is, like, I guess the canon ending? So, I don't know. I don't know what that difference is. They're both good to me. I hated both of them at first. I fucking hated both endings at first, but you know, I've learned to appreciate them. Especially the episode 25 and 26. Definitely. Asian Kieran with the tier 1, thank you, dude. Walter Fev with 100 bits. I love your videos to death. Keep it up. You're a legend. I started reading iShield 21 because of you. Hell yeah, dude. iShield 21's fucking dope. Noviobi with the $5. I started following you from Trash Taste, and my favorite content is when you talk about the business behind YouTube. Any plans for the gang to have a whole episode dedicated to being YouTubers? Also, watch Bacano and started reading the light novel. I'm pretty sure we have made an episode on... I'm pretty sure we've made an episode on YouTubers. Haven't we? I'm pretty sure we have. I don't know. Yeah, right? I'm pretty sure we've done an episode on being YouTubers. I don't know which one it is. Let me check. But we did one where it was kind of like, it wasn't so much like, you know, how it wasn't called something obvious like how to be a YouTuber or something, but which one was it? It was quite an earlier one, I think. I think it's 26. Oh, no. No, episode 26 was the one where we talk about our favorite YouTubers. It's not so much about how to become a YouTuber. Yeah, episode 26 was, yeah, talking about the YouTubers that we watch and would recommend. But we also did an episode, it's 19, episode 19, called We Need a Break from YouTube. That was an episode where we talked about, like, sometimes, you know, like I guess the mental toll that it takes on some YouTubers to be a YouTuber, essentially. Yeah, episode 19 was the one where we talked about that. Also watched Bacano and started reaching the light novel. Yeah, I think you meant reading. Yeah, Bacano's great. The anime is amazing. Trying to get Gaunt on a schedule. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. God. Crazy to think that was like... That was episode 19, right? Which means that was like, what? Fucking... like, over 15 episodes ago. God damn. Michimoji with the $10. Sorry for interrupting the convo. Being evicted because of MM isn't fun, but I'm doing well. Oh, you were getting evicted? Oh, damn, dude. I'm sorry. I'm going all out with Dorohedoro right now, especially the manga so well. Yeah, it's fucking great. Shin is husbander and Yukado is my waifu. No, you can destroy me. Kaiman best lizard. Yeah, Dorohedoro is fucking amazing, dude. I need to finish the manga still. I watched the anime. It was really, really good, but... And, like, as much of an amazing adaptation it is, like, as much of an amazing anime adaptation Dorohedoro is, that, man, something about Hayashida Q's art style, man. Like, God, it's so good. It's so good. Korvax with the $3. I just finished watching Trigun, both the series and the movie. Do you know if I can find it on Bookwalker or if it's somewhere else? I don't know everything that's on Bookwalker, to be honest. I guess just like check it out and see if you can find it. Yeah, I don't know if it's on Bookwalker. But Trigun's great. I still haven't watched the movie. But the anime was okay. It was okay. I think we talked about it in the latest episode, right? Or the episode before. I gave it like a solid 7. It was good. Definitely was good. Great moments. Music's fucking fantastic, but... Talking about Hayashida Q, have you read her newest work, Die Dark? No, I saw it in a bookstore the other day, though, and I was like, oh, fuck, Hayashida Q made a new manga. I was like, shit, I need to... Okay, now I really need to go and buy the rest of Dorohedoro and finish that before I move on. I want to finish Dorohedoro before I move on to another Hayashida Q work. It's great. Yeah, I bet, dude. It's Hayashida Q, of course it's good. Of course it's good. Archangel with 100 bits. After seeing several Korean manhwas getting anime adaptations, it's been kind of redefining my view of Japanese anime. Is there anything else that can be done? Wait, is there anything else that can be an anime that isn't already? God, that's a good question, man. Silver Chaos thinking of a tier 1. I don't know, man. That's a good question. I mean, we have, like, you know, we obviously have Japanese shows. We obviously have Korean manhwa. We have Chinese manhwa. I don't know. Maybe, like... Isn't there a lot of, like... For a while, there's been a lot of, like, French creators coming into anime recently. Like, we've had a lot of, like, French directors who have done, like, anime movies and anime shorts and stuff like that. So, maybe that's the next step? Like, French... I don't know if, like, the French make comics or anything, but, you know... Like, definitely more directors and writers from France, I think, have... It's something about the French that really, like, you know, are very heavily, involved in a lot of the anime process, right? Like, we had, what is it? Red Turtle. What was the Red Turtle one? That was written and directed by a French guy. And then we had, you know, Tsumiki no Ie as well, which is the, like, early 2000s, like, short. That was, I think, also written by a French guy and directed by a French guy. Asterix is also French. Dude, Asterix and Obelix, not gonna lie. Asterix and Obelix was, like, my favorite fucking comic book growing up. That shit, oh my god. I fucking love the Asterix comics, dude. You just brought that topic back. You just brought that back to me, bro. Asterix was so fucking dope. I learned so much history stuff from the Asterix comics. So good. Walter Fair with 100 bits. If you were on an island, you had to bring 2 friends and 5 things to survive. Well, obviously I'd bring Aki. Oh, God, I don't know who else. Mr. Beast. So I can buy my way out. That's all I'd need. Just Jimmy and Aki. Aki because I'm lonely, and Jimmy because he can buy me out. Shuffling. What's up, dude? Hey, Joe, how's life? That Ghost in the Shell merch was nuts. Got myself the ring and a necklace. That 3mm art piece, though. Yeah, dude. It's fucking dope, isn't it? So dope. So fucking dope. Hitagi with the 4 months. Welcome back. Hey, Joey, I love your content. It is all fun to watch. Thank you. I just finished Kiss Sis today, and I know that you like it a lot. Also, does the manga have furigana for the kanji? Oh, fuck, that's a good question. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. I have the first volume right here of Kiss Sis. Let me check it out. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I think it's because it's a, you know, because it's a more adult manga. Yeah, there's no furigana on it. So, yeah, unfortunately, you're not gonna find that. You're not gonna find that in the manga. Am I gonna interview some manga artists? Well, if I get the opportunity, yeah, definitely, I'd like to. Connie with 200 bits. Love your work. You mentioned thinking about playing Final Fantasy 14. My advice: don't. I was listening to one of the Trash Taste podcasts, the Taxi Ran episode, and the episode finished so fast I had to watch it again. Yeah, I know. Like, yo, Konayaro, like, there's so many people who want me to start playing Final Fantasy 14. I'm just like, dude, it's an MMO and it's Final Fantasy. Like, if I've learned anything about my past with playing MMOs, and I used to play a lot of MMOs back in the day, like a lot of the weirder ones, then I know if I get into it, that's all I'm gonna fucking do. Like, that's literally all I'm gonna fucking do. So no, don't worry, I'm not gonna get into Final Fantasy 14. I am way too busy to be even playing like a regular game. So yeah, that ain't happening. On Ventix with 150 bits, do you still pirate manga or anime? Also, Pornwa is kind of pog. Try reading Secret Class and Step Brothers. Pornwa? Is that like manhwa that's porn? Is that like a proper term for it? Pornwa? I've never fucking heard of that. I guess it's called Pornwa. Do I still pirate manga or anime? I try not to. I mean, if you can tell, I definitely don't pirate manga anymore because I can just buy it. And when it comes to anime, like, I only really watch anime on, like, on Netflix now. Just because it's so convenient. If it's on Netflix, I'll watch it. And good thing with Netflix Japan is that most of, like, the important shows are there. Just without subtitles. So... yeah, I don't really pirate it anymore, honestly. Guess that's a good thing. Pulpies with the 2 months. Welcome back. School Days review. Amazing, 10 out of 10. Silver Chaos, will you play Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne on stream soon? Also, shout out from Mexico. Yeah, maybe. There's a lot of games I want to play on stream, so. But if we know anything, if you've been around on my streams, you'd know how much I don't finish games that I start. Code Kaiser in the 100 bits. Hey, Joey, when I saw your arguments about Eroge in the latest episode of Trash Taste, made me realize how horny you all compared to mine. It makes me want to call you 3 horny boys and Connor Monkey Brain in Shrek impression. And also that bonus scene, though, Garnt's reaction to the Minecraft porn is golden. Yeah, I mean, Garnt and I are definitely... you can call Garnt and I the horny boys. But Connor's just a fucking normie when it comes to that kind of stuff. The fact that I had to explain why Erogays were good just goes to show he ain't part of the horny boys, fam. He ain't. We're not gonna put him into the horny boys just yet. The normie boy. it's the horny boy, and the normie boy. Nichimoji with the $5. This just came to mind. Do you remember Cash Earned Sins? It's not bad, but I remember loving it so much in high school. Yeah, I remember Cash Earned. It was on Tsunami, so not much there. Again, I still love it so much, but people say it's not the best, so I don't blame them, lol. Yeah, I mean, Cash Earned was like... I don't think it's aged very well. But it was definitely... I enjoyed it back in the day. Again, not fucking amazing, don't get me wrong, but, you know, pretty decent. It's pretty decent. Coleslaw with 100 bits. Hey, Joey, we've been watching episode 9 of Attack on Titan today. No Attack on Titan speak, bro. That's rule number 1 in this chat. We don't talk about Attack on Titan, because not everyone is up to date. Yeah? Well, not everyone is up to date. I'm certainly not up to date. So, let's avoid all Attack on Titan talk, alright? I don't want to be responsible for fucking someone getting spoiled in this chat. Osganan with 100 bits. Hello, question. Have you read the new manga from Yusei Matsui called The Elusive Samurai? It only has 2 chapters. No, but I saw it being... I went to the convenience store yesterday, and the newest Jump volume was there, and it was on the front cover. Yeah, it was on the front cover, so I was like, oh shit, there's a new Matsui Yusei manga. That's pretty dope. That man fucking spits out manga like crazy, dude. And if we know anything about his past 2 works, Assassination Classroom and Nogami Neuro, then we know it's probably going to be fucking great. I mean, you said it was amazing after 2 chapters, so I'm looking forward to it. Archangel, can you see the difference in the art between Korean, Japanese, and Chinese anime art? Honestly, no. Honestly, no. There's probably, like... You know, I think a lot of people, especially when it got turned into an anime adaptation, right? Like, I think a lot of people didn't know that God of High School and Tower of God and Noblesse were Korean. You know, I don't think there's much of a distinct art style difference. I think if anything, you know, in some cases, there's a lot of Japanese manga that are made by Japanese people that don't look Japanese. Right? Like, I guarantee, if you showed JoJo to someone who has no idea about anime, never fucking seen or heard of anime in their life, they probably wouldn't think that it's made by a Japanese person. Right? There's just, or, you know, or like Panty and Stocking. Right? Like, no one, like, everybody thought, especially when the dub came out of Panty and Stocking, everybody thought that was like a Cartoon Network animation. But it's made by fucking the same people who, you know, made fucking Gurren Lagann. So. Hydro Reaper with a Prime, thank you, dude. HDCDR with a Prime as well, thank you, dude. Steam Cheems with 100 bits up. Have you heard of one of the anime that had a huge inspiration on it? It's called Space Runaway Idion. It's pretty freaking good. And it was made by the guy who made Gundam. Oh, okay. No, I haven't. But I will check it out, thank you. Otaku Miss with 4 months. Love you, mate. Thank you, dude. Welcome back. See Midnight. I want to say I appreciated hearing you guys touch on Darker Than Black and Eater of the East in one of the more recent episodes. They're both possibly tied for my favorite anime, though I'm not as diverse as most people. I mean, hey, man. Eden, at least with, like, okay, me personally, I remember so little of Darker Than Black that I can't really say a whole lot about it, but Eden of the East, fam. My god. So fucking underrated, dude. More people need to watch, especially people today. More like of the younger kids today getting into anime, bro. They need to watch Eden of the East. Fucking amazing. That opening, bro, sung by fucking Oasis. Godlike. Arson, speaking of Cash and Sins, my name is an anagram of it. Oh yeah, it is too. Also, what are your thoughts on the last few arcs of the Hitman Reborn manga, if you've read it? Yeah, I did. Very, very, very long time ago, so I personally don't remember a whole lot, if I'm being honest with you. Are you friends with Max Mofo, and would you ever consider going on his talk show Cold Ones? I mean, Max and Chad both follow me back, and Max, I've, like, very briefly talked to Max before in, like, DMs and stuff like that, but I wouldn't say I'm friends with either of them. We just follow each other on Twitter. But yeah, I mean, if they asked to be on Cold One, yeah, sure. I'd love to. I mean, I'd love to get Max on Trash Taste. I think that'd be pretty dope. But again, that's probably not going to happen for at least a little while. Let's just say that. Akihabara Nakano Broadway and is Berserk worth reading? Depends. Akihabara and Nakano Broadway are both really, really good. Akihabara is definitely a lot bigger, but Nakano Broadway is more core. And yes, Berserk is absolutely worth reading. Tetsuki with the $3. Thank you. Hey Joey, I just finished reading Oyasumi Punpun recently, and I thought it was cool. It was mentioned on the recent Trash Taste episode. I was wondering if I can get a little more on your opinion on Punpun and why others should read it. Don't remind me, man. I've been trying to write this Punpun video for, I want to say, the past, like, 6 months. Just on and off. I've been so on and off with Punpun because it's like, I don't know what direction I want to take this Punpun video. Because there's so much about Punpun that I love. Like, so many parts of Punpun I love that I can't really talk about because it kind of goes into spoiler territory. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of goes into spoiler territory, so I really can't talk about it. So, I really want to get people, for my Punpun video, I really want to get people to read Punpun, because I personally think it's one of the most incredible manga series ever made. And I'm saying that with 100% confidence. Like, that manga single-handedly changed my life and how I view life. And it's so hard to express my love for that manga without going into spoiler territory. And I really don't want to go into spoiler territory with it. Because it's one of those manga that is just so... It's one of those manga that you have to go into blind. If you want like the biggest effect. Especially like to fully enjoy the second half of that manga, you have to go into a blind. So that's what I've been struggling with this Punpun video that I want to do, because I do want to talk about it more, because I don't think enough people do talk about it. It's just, how do I even begin to start talking about it? You know? So it's I'll get there eventually. I will release it eventually. Dat Foxy, do you know the manhwa survival story of a sword king in a fantasy world? Not as good as solo leveling, but it's a good read. truth be told, I haven't really read a whole lot of manhwa, just because I'm struggling just to read all the manga, so... Yeah. Steam Cheems, sorry, I forgot to mention the anime that was inspired by Space Runaway Ideon. Oh, it's Ava, yeah. I figured it was, yeah. Because I've definitely heard that name. I think I read like an interview with, Arno about that. But Ava got inspirations from a lot of things, you know? Ideon, Devilman, Mazinga Z. He was inspired by a lot of different manga and anime back in the day. That Spinder fan says, Yo, Joey, I was wondering if you've ever read / watched Ace No Diamond. In my opinion, it's the greatest sports anime / manga to ever exist. If you've seen it, what are your thoughts? And if not, would you read it or watch it? I've definitely heard of it. I've not read it or watched it. In your opinion, it's the greatest sports anime / manga to ever exist? I mean, look, I haven't read Ace No Diamond yet, but I would argue that the greatest sports manga to ever exist is Slam Dunk, but that's just me. But I've heard a lot of good things about Ace No Diamond, yeah. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I'll definitely check it out. Bro pulled 2 Zhaos in one go. Sorry, just flexing the chat. Wow, Graham. You come in here, the first thing you do is to fucking flex on us like that, bro? Alright, I see you. Plans for a Rob DC interview. Take your time with those vids, by the way. I'm still waiting on the Nishio Ishin Monogatari video. They're going to be great when they hit. Well, I mean, hopefully. Plans for a Rob CD interview? I mean, I don't really have plans to interview Rob, but, you know, if he ever offers, like, to do a stream together, I'd be down. I've never actually met Rob before. Like, Rob and I have a lot of mutuals, but we've never actually met. So first, I'd like to just meet him and just kind of hang out with him. Eh? He seems like a good bloke. See me now with the 400 bits. In America, Funimation, we didn't get the Oasis opening for Eden of the East, sadly. Oh yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that's because, you know, Funimation's like the king of censoring because of. Wasn't it Funimation that completely changed all the stand names when they got JoJo? What was it? That was Funimation, right? Like they changed what is it? They changed Sticky Fingers to Zipper Man or something. I'm pretty sure that was Funimation that did that. It was either Viz Media or Funimation. I think it's Funimation, though. Shining Diamond? Wait, is that what they called Crazy Diamond? They called it Shining Diamond? Deadly Queen? Oh my god, are you serious? Yeah, because it was because of copyright, right? Like Sticky Fingers is a Rolling Stones album, so it's technically copyrighted. Emperor Crimson? Is that what they call King Crimson? Oh no. Emperor Crimson. That's hilarious. Dude, fucking Sticky Fingers being called Zipper Man is like my favorite fucking meme. It is just a meme. In this case. It's just a fucking meme, dude. It's so funny. It's very funny. How many chapters / volumes are there of Oyasumi Punpun? I have the first volume. I don't know about the English releases, but Japanese... There are 13 volumes in the Japanese one. Yeah. Michimachi with the $2 for a first time attending one of your chill live streams. It's truly relaxing and comforting. I know you have talked so much about Beastars, but goddammit, I love it so much. The manga too. The best. Hell yeah, dude. I'm so sad. More people... Season 2 is airing right fucking now, and more people should be talking about it. Granted, I haven't started watching Season 2 because I just finished all of the manga, so I already know what the fuck happens anyway. I'm gonna watch it eventually, once it's all finished. But we're getting to like one of the best fucking fight scenes in the story. It's gonna be so fucking hype, and no one's talking about it. I'm so fucking sad. No one is talking about Beastars Season 2. It's so fucking sad. Shofen, if you had to recommend one anime of any genre to someone fairly new to anime, what would it be? Attack on Titan, I'd say. If it's someone fairly new to anime, yeah, I'd say Attack on Titan. I mean, yeah. Corpselight, thank you for the gift sub. Corvax with the $5. My personal favorite stand name changes: Flaccid Pancake and Filthy Axe at a reasonable price. Wait, what? Wait, who's Flaccid Pancake? Who is Flaccid Pancake? Okay, well, clearly I know Filthy Axe at a reasonable price is Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, right? Limp Bizkit is Flaccid Pancake? Oh. Oh, it's because of, what the fuck's their album? Chocolate Pancake or something, right? What the fuck is it called? There's a Limp Bizkit album called, like, Chocolate Space Pancake or something. Chocolate Space Waffle? Something like that? I'm not really a fan of Limp Bizkit, like, the band, so I don't really know. What's their album? It's like something chocolate starfish. Okay, sorry, never mind. Wait, where the fuck did they get Flaccid Pancake from? Where the fuck did they get Flaccid Pancake from? It has to be based on something, right? Limp, Flaccid, Biscuit, Pancake. You can't be serious. Is that really where they got that from? Are you serious? Are you serious? That is so funny. Okay, Lil Bomber for Aerosmith, though. That makes sense, right? Because Aerosmith is like a fucking jet fighter, right? Like a plane, right? So of course, Little Bomber, because it's a fucking jet airplane, right? That makes sense. But Flaccid Pancake for Limp Bizkit and Filthy Axe at a reasonable price for Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. That's so funny! Bro, could you imagine if you were reading... Could you imagine if you were reading part 7 and fucking Funny Valentine comes out and he's like, "This is my stand. Filthy Axe at a reasonable price." You're like, what? That would be... Fob. Because Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap in part 7 is shortened to D4C, right? Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Like DDDDC, D4C, right? So in a lot of the manga in part 7, they just call them D4C. But Filthy Axe at a reasonable price would be Fob with 3 A's. Fob. Oh no, watch out for Fob. That's fucking hilarious. Jabuta with the 300 bits. Yo, Joe, have you watched the Gintama, the final movie? Nope. I have not had time to go to the cinemas recently. Also, Japan's back in lockdown, so... yeah. Good evening, Joey. I've been trying to learn how to make more traditional Japanese dishes beyond cup noodles and rice. Do you have any suggestions? Miso shiru is really easy. Miso soup. Miso soup's hella easy. Like, look, I can't cook to save my life, right? Like, you know that one Simpsons episode where, like, Homer becomes Mr. Burns' assistant and he, like, tries to make him breakfast and everything catches on fire? That's me. Like, I pour cereal and milk and then it bursts into flames? That's me. Like, I cannot make that kind of stuff. But, the one thing I can make, that literally everybody can make, is miso shiru, miso soup. Because you just get miso paste, you get hot water, mix that shit in together, chop up some, tofu, dump that in, chop up some spring onions, dump that in, get some seaweed if you want, dump that in. Great thing about miso shit is that there's so many different combinations that you can do. It's fucking easy to make. You can make it in like 5 minutes. And it's healthy as shit. You know, some people like putting, namiko mushrooms inside of it. Some people put, like, chopped up carrots in it. Some people put, chopped up onions in it. It's fucking easy. You can put anything in it. It's easy as shit. It's especially great in, like, a winter. Like, I make it every now and then during the winter, because it's so good. Also, it is one of the best hangover drinks. One of the best things to drink when you're hungover. Because it fills you up, but it's so easy on your stomach that you can get filled up and you feel a million times better after some miso soup, after you're like hungover. I always have miso when I'm hungover. It is the #1 hangover drink. Many, many mornings I have woken up from a hard night out that has been saved by a cup of miso. Why does no one ever talk about the manga Air Gear by O Great? Probably because it's really old. Also, anime was better than the manga, I think. Well, you can't tell me that the opening to Air Gear isn't a fucking banger. You can't tell me. That is like one of the most hype that is still an opening I go back to every now and then. Just because it's so fucking good. It's so hype. You're gonna make that apple pie thing? Also, I relate my cooking skills would bring out the shame in me. I'd fuck up rice in a rice cooker. Okay, I can do rice in a rice cooker. But that's my Japanese side saying, don't fuck this up. If you fuck rice and miso up, dude, you don't deserve to be Japanese. So, my Japanese side is like, if there's anything I'm gonna nail, it's rice and miso. If I can just make rice, if I can make just like the best fucking rice and miso, dude, that's my Japanese side satisfied. That's my Japanese ancestors satisfied. I can fuck I can fuck everything else up, but just don't fuck up rice and miso. Katsudon is really hard to make. Katsudon is really, really hard to make. What about the Australian side for food? I don't know. Do we have... Okay, hold on. First of all, are there any Australians in the chat? And if so, what the fuck do we... Like, what is, like, an Australian dish? I don't know, because, like, Australian food is, like... It's kind of like an amalgamation of... Because Australia as a country is so fucking multicultural, right? So, like, there isn't really such thing as, like, an Australian restaurant in Australia. You know what I mean? Bunning snags? Okay, Sangabangers are pretty fucking dope, but... Tim Tams? Well, that's not a fucking meal, is it? Pavlova? That's not a meal. Vegemite's also not a meal. Kangaroo? I was thinking, like, kangaroo and barramundi steaks. That's what I was thinking. Like, when it comes to, like, actual, like, meals, like, a kangaroo steak, barramundi burger. See, things like chicken parmesan and, like, bangers and mash, that's, like, that's more British. We took that from the British. It's not really, like, an Australian thing. I'd say barramundi and kangaroo is probably, like, the two, like, uniquely Australian things. Siggies? Well, yeah, that is a meal to a lot of Australians. I know zero Japanese and I still sing Eggy's opening when I'm bored. Yeah, right? It's so fucking good. It's such a banger. It's so 2000s. Wait, do people eat kangaroo? Yeah. Dude, kangaroo is delicious. Here's a fun fact for all you non-Australians watching this. Australia is the only country in the world that eats its national animal. Did you know that? We have the Australian... So every country has a national animal, right? In Japan, it's the crane. Trying to think. Well, I mean, in America, it'd be the bald eagle, right? In New Zealand, it's the kiwi bird. Hence why people from New Zealand are called Kiwis. And in Australia, we have two national animals. We have the emu and we have the kangaroo. and we eat both of them. Granted, kangaroo tastes a million times better than emu. I've had emu before. Tastes whack. I would never have emu again. But kangaroo gets eaten very frequently in Australia. Like you go to a supermarket in Australia, you can buy kangaroo steaks, kangaroo sausages. It's great. It's like beef, basically. It's just like beef. And yeah, apparently we are the only country in the world that eats our national animal. But I mean, it makes sense because we have so many fucking kangaroos in the country that we kind of have to eat them. Otherwise, they'd kind of take us over. Yeah. But kangaroo's delicious, dude. I fucking love kangaroo. But I found out very recently that kangaroo meat does not travel. I had because there's not in Australia, sorry, in Tokyo, there's an Outback Steakhouse, right? Which, if you don't know what that is, it's like an Australian restaurant, but not really because it was started by two Americans who have never been to Australia. And it's hilarious because there's one in Ikebukuro that I've been to. That I went into it. It was a really big Outback Steakhouse, but you could tell that the owners of this place, who decided to like fucking, you know, come up with this shit, have never fucking been to Australia, because all over the walls were like boomerangs and didgeridoos like propped up, as if every fucking Australian home has like boomerangs and didgeridoos all on their walls or and some shit. It was hilariously stereotypical. But I was like, you know what, whatever, like clearly the people who came up with this architecture and like interior design have never been to Australia, so whatever, right? Like, to anyone who's never been to Australia and knows nothing about Australian culture, they probably think this looks legit, right? So it's understandable. So we went, and would you fucking believe as well, I went on Australia Day. I went to a fucking Outback Steakhouse on Australia Day, which was completely coincidental. I didn't even realize that it was January 26th. Right? If you're not Australian, Australia Day is basically the day that the British first landed in Australia. Alright? It's like July 4th, basically, for Americans, right? So I didn't realize until my Irish friend pointed it out to me. He was like, hey, it's Australia Day today, isn't it? And I'm like, oh no. I found myself in an Outback Steakhouse on Australia Day. Oh no. I hope this is fucking good. So, let me tell you about my experience going to an Outback Steakhouse. So, we sit down, and you'd think to yourself, you know, okay, well, this is an Australian restaurant, right? What would you typically find on a menu in Australia? Alright, you'd think, you know, I'm like, okay, well, what's like a typical Australian, menu look like, right? You got your VBs, you got your Carlton Drafts, you got your barramundi burgers, you got your kangaroo steaks, you got your chicken palmy, right? You got maybe some meat pies, something like that, right? Maybe some sausage rolls, right? Maybe some beer battered fries, stuff like that, right? And the one thing, actually, that was really good was... Look, they had some of those, don't get me wrong. Some of those, they had, right? They had, like, proper, like, cider. Like, the stuff that you can get in pubs, which I'm a cider guy. When I go to a pub, I almost never get beers, because I think all Australian beer tastes like arse. I always go for, like, a 40 Lashes cider. Shit's fucking amazing. Right? So... Yeah, or 5 Seeds. 5 Seeds is great as well. 40 Lashes or 5 Seeds. Really good Australian ciders, right? So they had that. They had a 5 Seeds cider. So I was like, okay, thank God. They've at least got the drinks correct. So I ordered... So I was looking through the drink menu, and I was like, I really want a cider. I found a 5 Seeds cider. Perfect. Ordered that. But right on top of where it said 5-seed cider. Right on top of it. It said, oh my god, what the fuck is the name of that beer brand that Americans think all Australians drink? What the fuck is it called? Foster's. It said Foster's. Selling Foster's. And I was like, oh my god. This is hilarious. So very quickly I was like, no, waiter, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck the 5-seed cider can wait. Give me a fucking Foster's, fam. Give me a Foster's right now. Because I had never had a Foster's in my life. I've never even seen... I don't even know what the bottle looks like. I don't even know what the logo looks like. And here's something for all you non-Australians watching this, okay? Here's something. Listen closely. We do not drink Foster's in Australia. Look into my eyes. We do not drink Foster's in Australia. Nobody in Australia drinks Foster's. Right? Nobody. Nobody in Australia. I have never even seen it being sold in Australia. I've never even seen it being sold. Everybody, okay, all Australians watching this, have you ever walked into a Dan Murphy's or a Coles or a Woolies or your local bottler and ever seen Foster's? Have you ever, and be honest, have you ever seen a Foster's? I have never seen a Foster's. Never. You go to a Dan Murphy's, no Foster's. You go to a fucking Coles or Woolies, no Foster's. I went to my local bottler, no Foster's. Exactly. Yeah, you go to like a Liquorland, no Foster's. Never. Right? But of all places that had Foster's, it was a fucking Outback Steakhouse and American-owned Australian restaurant in the middle of Tokyo. Of all places, you could find the most Australian beer known to man. It was in a place that was the furthest thing away from Australia. So of course I had it. Of course I was like, yes, waiter, give me your finest Foster's. Give me your finest bottle of Foster's. Shit was like 700 yens, like $7. I'm like, you know what? It's cheaper than buying a pint at an Australian bar. Give me a fucking Foster's right now. So, I had it. It came out in like a proper, at least it came out in like a proper pint glass, right? Like the shit that you can get in like Australian pubs, right? And I was like, this is it. This right here is the most Australian beer imaginable. So I had it. I want to say, completely honest review, I want to say it was like a solid, like, 5 out of 10. Like, solid 5 out of 10. Because in my scale of beers, right, shit like VB is like a 2, right? I don't know who in the fuck can dead ass drink VB and say, yeah, this is delicious. And if you are one of those people, I fucking hate you. You have no taste buds. If you think VB tastes good, you have no taste buds. Alright? So like VB for me is like, especially like a tinny, like in a can, like VB cans, ugh, dirt water. Get that shit out of here. Alright? Then you have like Carlton Drafts. That's like a 3 out of 10. Right? It's just a little bit better. Alright? And then you have something like fucking, what's another Australian bit? Like a Corona, right? Corona's like a 4 or 5, depends how I feel. Oh hey, Miari, what's up? Yeah, like Corona for me is like a 4 out of 5. When I was like 16, I thought Corona was like 8 out of 10. It's like, delicious. Put a slice of lime in that bitch, hell yeah. 10 out of 10. All right. Yes, I know Corona is not an Australian beer, but we drink it. We drink so much of it in Australia, it might as well be an Australian beer. All right. And then Foster's. It was okay. But again, I don't know if Foster's travels, right? It's like what is it? It's like Guinness, right? Like, you can't have, if you want a proper Guinness, you have to go to Ireland for that shit. Triple X Gold? Nah, that's like a 3 as well. That's in the same category as a Carlton for me. That's in the same category as a Carlton Draft. Triple X, 4X, sorry, not Triple X. 4X and Carlton Draft, same. It's like 3 out of 10. I think all Australian beers taste like arse. But it's like a Guinness, right? Like, you can have Guinness on tap in Japan. You can have Guinness on tap in Australia. But it is nowhere near as good when you have Guinness on tap in Ireland. Especially in like small town pubs or like restaurants in Ireland. The Guinness there is delicious. Guinness in Ireland is like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 sometimes. Depending on which pub you go to. Alright. Weiss beer, German Weiss beer, 10 out of 10. That's like my favorite fucking beer. Asahi is like... Asahi's like a 6 for me. It's like just a little bit better than a Foster's. And then like a Sapporo or a Sapporo or Kirin is like an 8 for me. But in my honest opinion, my favorites to drink are Weiss beers and Guinness. Those are like my go-tos. Those are my go-tos for beer. Anyway. So yeah, I had a Foster's. So anyway, going all the way back, I had a Foster's at the fucking Outback Steakhouse. It was the most solid 5 out of 10. I ordered a bloomin' onion because they had bloomin' onions. And I was like, okay, that's pretty Australian. Had that. Had some of their beer battered fries. That was pretty okay as well. You know, not quite chicken shop quality hot chips, but good enough. You know, good enough. And then out came the kangaroo steak. Man, I thought I liked kangaroo steak up until that point. I thought I liked it. But very quickly I realized, wow, kangaroo does not travel. It does not travel at all. It was so fucking gamey and like, it's like chewing on a piece of leather. It was not good. It was not good at all. So very quickly I realized, oh, right, so it's not just beer that doesn't travel. It's like meats as well. So all I'm saying, man, is that if you want to have kangaroo, you have to eat it in Australia. And I guarantee, if you like beef, if you like a beef steak or beef sausage, you will love kangaroo. Because it is, to me, beef steaks and sausages in Australia and kangaroo steaks and sausages in Australia is almost indistinguishable. Like, to me, they taste exactly the same. There's a lot of people who don't like kangaroo. And that's understandable. That's understandable. I personally love it. I prefer kangaroo steaks and kangaroo sausages over beef steaks and beef sausages. Personally. Anyway, let's read all these fucking donations, because I missed so many of them. Where the fuck were we with this thing? GN Psycho with 100 bits. Alright, after watching Trash Taste this week, I just want to know what's wrong with Outbreak Company. I think the light novel is pretty good. Nah, man, it is like the most 5 out of 10 anime. I never read the light novel, I just watched the anime. Raudrick, thank you for the 7 months, dude. Welcome back. Michi with the $2. Oh, have you read or seen Akashic Records or Bastard Magic Instructor? No, I haven't. It was something on Crunchyroll. Me and my boyfriend watched it and we like it, but I don't know. Riel is adorable. Shiro-chan is a Tsuneri. Glenn is a sexy moron. I don't know anything about Akashic Records. Corpse Blood says, so you're allowed to like hunt kangaroo? Like how many people hunt deer? How people hunt deer in the US? I have no idea. Are people allowed to hunt kangaroo? I don't think so. I feel like that goes against... Because, I mean, we have a law in Australia where, like, you're not allowed to bring back animals and, like, shells and that kind of stuff from the beach. Because we have a lot of, like, rocky... At least in Sydney, we have a lot of, like, rocky areas along our beaches. So you can, like, you know, go in and, like, pick up, like, you know, clams and, you know, shellfish and that kind of shit like that. And I don't know if it's, like, an Australia-wide law, but at least in New South Wales, you're not allowed to... It is against the law to, like, bring back animals from the beach because they, you know, we want to protect our animals, basically. So I think it's the same thing. You either need a license for that shit or it's just straight up illegal. I think most of the time you need a license for it. But I personally don't know anyone that has a license. Yeah. So, like, yeah, you would need a fishing license, for example, to, like, bring back animals, like, you know, to, like, fish at the ocean and then bring it back home. If not, if you don't have a license, then you have to catch and release. Graham says, dude, fucking Outback commercials fucking crack me the fuck up. They treat their commercials like Irwin is describing the food. Yeah, of course they do. Because what's more Australian? There is nothing more Australian than Steve Irwin. Let's be real. He was and will always be the most Australian person known internationally. Have you ever eaten South African foods or snacks like biltong? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm always curious to hear people's views on South African food. P.S. We also eat our national animal. Do you? What's the national animal of South Africa? What's the national animal of South Africa? Oh, the springbok. Yeah. Oh, you guys eat. Oh, you guys eat the springboks. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, then maybe that little information nugget about us eating our national animal is wrong. All right, never mind. Completely disregard what I just said about that. No, okay. People know that offhand because that's the Springboks is the name of the South African rugby team. We call them the Springboks. So that makes sense. That's why I knew it was the Springboks, and that's why I know that name. Yeah, it's the South African rugby team name. No, I don't know anything about South Africa though. Aki and I did make an appearance like in the South African Anime Con last year. We really want to go to South Africa, though. I'd love to go to South Africa. Because apparently there's, like, an anime convention in South Africa that invited us last year, and we're like, hopefully, when the world opens up, that con can invite us. And that'd be dope. That would be very dope indeed. Hey, Hype Train, let's go. Shoffen with 100 bits. People only think we drink Guinness here in Ireland. I mean, look, let's be real, Shoffen. There's a reason why people think that. I mean, I only ever drink Guinness in Ireland. Just saying. Every time I go to a restaurant or a pub that has Guinness, I'm ordering a fucking Guinness. Because Guinness goes so well with all Irish food. Like, Irish food is meant to be eaten with a Guinness. Like, everything. Like, all of your, like, soups and, like, pies, like, pastries and stuff like that. It just works so well with a Guinness. It's pretty bitter, I hear. Well, I mean, Guinness is a type of black beer, which is more bitter than a regular, like... Which is better than a regular beer. So... I love it, though. I personally have it all the fucking time. Jenna Lynn Miari... Oh, thank you for the 2 months. Jenna. Melmus with a 3 months. Thank you, dude. Welcome back. Xenos with a tier 1. Thank you, dude. Coldspell with 100 bits. Have you ever had Chuhai? I've heard that's a Japanese beer. I'm not old enough to drink, by the way, at least in America. Chuhai is not a beer. Chuhai, excuse me. Chuhai is like a vodka? I think? こんばんは、初見です。いらっしゃい。Chuhai, yeah, it's like a vodka, I think. I don't know. I actually don't know what Chuhai is. You know what? Let's learn together, shall we? What is Chuhai? Chuhai is an alcoholic drink originating from Japan. The name Chuhai is an abbreviation of shochu highball. Traditional Chuhai is made with shochu and carbonated water flavored with lemon. Yeah, though some modern commercial variants use vodka in place of shochu. Yeah, so shochu is a Japanese distilled beverage less than 45% alcohol by volume. It is typically distilled from rice, barley, sweet potatoes, buckwheat, or brown sugar. Though it is sometimes produced from other ingredients such as chestnuts, sesame seeds, potatoes, or even carrots. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, so Chuhai basically is... It's like a rice vodka. Kind of. Yeah, so Chuhai is a shochu highball. So it is shochu, which is a rice vodka, or a rice liquor, mixed with like lemon, like carbonated lemon water and stuff like that. Yeah. So highball, typical highballs is Japanese whiskey with fizzy water. Or like lemon water. I fucking love highballs. I fuck with highballs all the time. And a shochu basically is instead of the whiskey, you use shochu to mix it. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, yeah. So, like, a lemon sour is basically a lemon chuhai. Yeah. So, it's shochu, rice vodka, mixed with lemon-flavored sparkling water. Yeah. It's great. It's delicious. It tastes like a juice, but it fucks you up. That's basically what Strong Zero is. Strong Zero is a chuhai, but like double, sometimes triple shot of shochu. Hey, Mikey, what's up, dude? Welcome. Okay, let's read the rest of these donations. That Spinner fan, yo Joey, me again. I was wondering if you heard of an underground anime called Fruit of Grisaya. It's currently my favorite anime / VN of all time. I can't tell if I'm cultured or if I have trash taste in anime. Well, someone clearly didn't watch today's video because I interviewed a voice actress who voiced in Fruit of Grisaya, and we geeked out about Fruit of Grisaya together. So go watch my video today. Shuffling, you never ate the best horse meat until you try it in Kazakhstan. Meat doesn't travel, I agree 100%. Japan does horse meat pretty fucking well, though. Are you from Kazakhstan, Shuffling? I didn't know that. That's pretty dope. I didn't even know Kazakhstan ate horse meat. But we have horse sashimi in Japan, and it's fucking great. Oh, you're from Kazakhstan. Oh, that's fucking dope, dude. I did not know that. That is cool. Now I know someone from Kazakhstan. That's dope. Yeah, we horse meat is #1 above beef. Oh, really? Well, for us, like we eat horse sashimi. Yeah, we don't cook our horse meat. Yeah, I made Michael eat it. Sashimi 美味しいですよね。いや、馬刺しね。今馬刺しの話して。馬刺し美味しいでしょ。Yeah, horse meat's great. It is definitely one of those Japanese foods that, upon concept, a lot of people are turned off by it. But if you go and eat like good basashi, horse sashimi, I fucking love it. I love it. I think it's great. Basashi wa osake ni aimasu ne. Ne. Yeah, a lot of people are turned off by it, but yeah, you gotta try it if you ever come to Kazakhstan. That's like the national meats. Oh, really? That'd be dope, dude. Well, I mean, now I know you, right, Shuffling? So, like, if I go to Kazakhstan, like, would you like take me around? Because otherwise, I don't know if I'd ever go to Kazakhstan on my own. Just saying. The Shake and Bake Jake says, have you ever read Usogui? I have read a little bit of it, yeah. I talked about it very, very, very briefly in my, the 24 Hours in a Manga Cafe video. I, like, read it at the Manga Cafe. It's pretty dope. Oh, you're currently living in Tokyo. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be dope, dude. Real Aoma says, wait, Joey streams. How did I never know? Probably because I don't really promote it all that much. I don't shove it in people's faces. But welcome. Niklanen says, love your work. Keep up the good work, dude. Thank you, man. Archangel says, any Japanese food that can't travel? Like, what has to be in Japan to be good? Wagyu. I think Wagyu doesn't travel at all. Especially like Matsuzaka Gyu or like Kobe Gyu. Like, Kobe beef does not travel, dude. It's like, you know what it is? It's like, Kobe beef is like champagne. In the sense that, if you're not eating it in Kobe, and it doesn't come from Kobe, it's not Kobe beef, it's just Wagyu. In the same way that, if you're not drinking champagne that doesn't come from champagne, or you're not drinking it in champagne, then it's not champagne, it's just sparkling wine. That's what I've heard. So all of these, like, champagne that you speak of, and, like, Kobe beef that you see, a lot of it is not actually champagne and Kobe beef. But it just seems a lot more fancy when you call it champagne and Kobe beef. When in actuality, a lot of the times, it's just sparkling wine and Wagyu. Yeah. What about the Australian Wagyu? Well, we have Angus beef, which is an Australian brand of beef. Yeah. I didn't even know we had Australian Wagyu, to be honest with you. I thought we just had not Kobe beef, fucking Angus beef. Yeah, so I'd say Kobe beef doesn't really travel. Although, not gonna lie, man, I think Kobe Gyu is quite overrated. I think Hidagyu is way better. Like, if we're talking about different types of Wagyu, I think Hidagyu is the best. Easily. Hidagyu is the Wagyu that we had, that Chris and I had on Journey Across Japan in Takamatsu. Yeah, I think Hidagyu is way better. Way better than Kobe Gyu. Sour Baileys with a tier 1, thank you, dude. Grim says, oh yes, thanks for the reminder. Shochu stream when? Fuck. Also, thanks for the insight on Sapporo beer. It's the only beer from Japan that sells in local grocery stores here in SoCal. Yeah, Sapporo's great. Sapporo's pretty dope. Drinking a Sapporo in Sapporo, though, that hits different. Corvax with a buck. Speaking of alcohol only tasting good in some countries, Pisco is only good if it's Peruvian. My grandfather was born and raised there, so I can say that with confidence. Oh, really? I didn't know Pisco was Peruvian. That's pretty cool, though. I mean, it makes sense, right? You know, I think a lot of, like... It makes sense how a lot of, like, alcohol doesn't really travel. You know? I've heard that, like, Korean soju tastes a million times better in Korea than anywhere else. I've personally never been to Korea. I've always wanted to, but I can 100% believe that. I tell stories with 100 bits. Modelo, also greetings from Mexico. Modelo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm sorry. Corseblood with 100 bits. I can't remember if I've asked this before, but would you ever get Dogen on Trash Taste? I think he has said before that he's talked to you and that he's willing to go on the show. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we definitely want him on the show. The problem is, A, he lives very, very far away. He lives in Oita. Which is, like, only really accessible via plane. And B, he has children to take care of. So, yeah. I'd assume the good soju isn't exported. Well, it's like sake. So many people don't, especially in America, so many people in America hate sake. But that's because they're exporting the crap sake to other countries. The good sake stays in Japan. All the shit sake go to other countries. So if you want the best sake, you gotta come to Japan for that shit, because we keep all the good stuff. But yes, Corseblood, we definitely want Dogen to come onto the show. That'd be dope. We gotta find a time. Well, he's gotta find a time to fly to Tokyo. Which is hard right now during a pandemic, and he has to take care of 2 kids. Nick Lennon with 100 bits. Gotta ask now that it's about food. Have you ever tasted reindeer? Yes, I have. I had a reindeer steak in Finland one time, and you know what? I thought it was pretty fucking dope. I had a reindeer steak, and I also had a reindeer what's it called? Prosciutto? It's like a reindeer prosciutto kind of thing. I don't know if that's the right word for it. But it's like you know prosciutto, right? Like but Toril, is that what it's called? Toril. Is that what reindeer prosciutto is called? Yeah, whatever it is. When we last time I went to Helsinki, we went to like a kind of meat market type of thing, and it was basically just this like huge warehouse, like this brick warehouse kind of thing with like just rows and rows of like different meats and different like you know traditional you know Finnish foods and stuff like that. Oh, it's a Finnish meme. Okay, never mind. I don't know enough about Finland to know their memes. No, it means to the marketplace and is said every time Finland gets mentioned. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I went to a marketplace. I went to a meat marketplace, and they were selling all these different types of like sausages and steaks and meats and stuff like that. And one of the places specialized in reindeer. So they had like reindeer steaks, they had reindeer sausages, and then they also had like this huge fucking like block of reindeer that I guess had been, I don't know how prosciutto was made. I think it's like, isn't it dried? It's like dried and like left to kind of like dry out and like kind of, you know, that kind of stuff. Again, I don't know how fucking prosciutto is made, but cure, yeah, that's the word for it. Yeah, it's like left to cure and stuff like that until it turns into prosciutto. But they had a reindeer version of that, and I pointed it out to Aki and our handler who was with us at the time, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck's that? Looks like prosciutto." And our handler lady was like, "Oh yeah, that's reindeer prosciutto. This place specializes in reindeer." And I was like, "Oh shit." Because at that point, I didn't even know they ate reindeer in Finland, but I guess, you know, being a Nordic country kind of makes sense. There's a lot of reindeer. So I asked, so the lady that was behind the counter, I guess, like, really liked the fact that I was very fascinated by this giant block of reindeer prosciutto. So she cut me a slice, to, like, try out. And honestly, dude, it just tasted like prosciutto, to be honest. But like a little more like meatier. It was like it was like more meatier than a regular prosciutto. And she was really fucking generous about that shit too. Like she gave me like a proper slice of reindeer prosciutto. And later I found out like how much she gave me was like fucking like €4 worth of reindeer that she just fucking gave to me on the house. And I'm like, man, Finnish people are nice. So then, a couple of days later... No, it wasn't even gamey. I don't know what the word for it is. It just tasted more like meat, you know? It was way more meaty. But then, like, a couple of days later, we're still in Helsinki, kind of, like, traveling around. Like, we went to, like, Suomenland and all these other, like, cool places in Helsinki. Kind of just exploring the city. And then we went to this, I guess, like, restaurant. This, like, a Finnish restaurant, which is, like, kind of I have a vlog of it on my second channel from, like, years ago. But basically, it was this, like, Finnish restaurant that is kind of modeled after, like, Vikings, I guess? Because, you know, a lot of the Vikings came from modern-day Finland. So, it was like, so stereotypical. Harold? That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. Harold, yeah. I think it might have been Harold. That sounds really, really familiar. Is that like a chain in Finland? Yeah. Vinland cuisine. Yeah. It was like Vinland cuisine. Yeah, basically. I don't know if it was a chain or whatever, but basically, yeah, I think Harold, yeah, that sounds familiar. So basically, we went to there, because, you know, we wanted to, you know, we're in Finland, right? Like, we're in the fucking heart of Finland right now. So we were like, you know, with every new country I go to, even, like, every new, like, area I go to, I'm always like, I want to eat, like, some local foods. Because why not? You're in another country, right? Why would you waste time going to a fucking McDonald's in another country when you can just go out and just, you know, eat some fucking local cuisines, right? So I was like, we're in Finland right now. I want to try some Finnish food. I want to see what it's like. And our handler, who was this like Finnish girl, she was like, I don't know if this is like a very Finnish thing, but she was, you know, very kind of modest about Finland, being like, oh, you know, yeah, we can go get some Finnish food, but honestly, it's pretty shit. And I'm like, really? Because everything looks really good from what we just saw at that marketplace. It's like, nah, it's like, considered some of the worst food. And I'm like, I don't know, man, I think you're just being a little modest. You know what? Let's go. Yeah, it's very Finnish, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's like a very Finnish thing, right? So, basically, yeah, so we went to Harold, or whatever the fuck the name of that restaurant was, to go get some, like, proper, like, Finnish food. And honestly, I don't know why y'all Finnish people are so modest. Everything I ate was fucking delicious. Like, the reindeer steak was fucking great. We had this thing called, what was it? It's in the vlog that I made on my second channel, but it was a type of ice cream that was, it was a type of ice cream that's made from, like, tree sap? What the fuck was that called? But it's like, it's like something, like, really specific to Finland. What was it? Nicola, I think of the T1. It was like made from, like, a tree sap. It was, like, very, like, almost, like, it was like eating ice cream that was, like, wood fire flavored. It tasted like a wood fire. I forgot what the name of it was. This was, like, fucking 3 or 4 years ago. Terva? Is that what it's called? Might be Terva, I don't know. But again, it's if you're interested, I made a vlog about it on my second channel. Yeah, tar ice cream. That's it. Tar ice cream. Yeah. Tar. Yeah. Yeah, we had tar. That was it. Tar ice cream. Not like the black tar. Yeah, tar. No. Yeah. Everyone who is not Finnish, you probably think tar ice, like tar is in like what the stuff that they like make roads out of. No, not that tar. It's just called tar, but basically it's made from this specific wood sap, and it's a very Finnish flavor. Yeah, very very Finnish flavor. But basically it's like they take it from this like wood sap, and they turn it into an ice cream flavor, and it's like. It is so hard to explain the flavor, but the best thing I can say is that it tastes like a wood fire. Like, it tastes like a fireplace. You know that kind of smell that you get from, like, a fireplace or, like, a campfire? It's that, but it's a flavor of ice cream. It's very, very strange. I know, it's really hard to explain. Like, Finnish people, and there's clearly a couple of Finnish people in this chat, you can confirm that's what it tastes like, right? Like, I'm like, it's really good. I fucking loved it. It is really, really good. It's like a wood smoky flavor, yeah. It's one of the strangest flavors of ice cream that I've ever tasted, but it is good. I fucking loved it, and Aki loves it. Lazy Sharp thing of a tier 1, yeah. But we had that. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. Kurosaki thing in tier 1. And then what else did we have? We had like Karadan Piraka as well. Had to try that because a lot of our fans in Finland were like, you should try Karadan Piraka. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's been a while. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Karadan Piraka? Yeah. Close enough, yeah. Close enough. Close enough. It's been a hot minute since we went to Finland. But yeah, it was great. It was fun. I picked up on Finnish quite a bit when I was in Finland because Finnish in a lot of ways is very similar to Japanese. Like the way that you pronounce vowels in Finnish is like, and the way that like in Finnish it's like very much like lots of blocks of like consonant and vowel combinations, like ka, la, ram, pi, ra, ka, right? It's very similar to how Japanese works, because Japanese as well is like consonant, vowel, right? So Aki really struggled with like picking up Finnish, because, you know, obviously English works in a very, very different way. Whereas I had a really easy time picking up Finnish words and like how to pronounce and stuff like that. Obviously, I butchered how to say Karadan Piraka because it's been a while since I've said it. But then on the other side of the spectrum, when we went to like Italy and Spain and stuff like that, I had so much fucking trouble picking up Spanish and Italian, because a lot of Spanish and Italian is like kind of, it's like English where like all the words just kind of blend together, right? And it was hard for me. And I mean, it was especially easier for Aki because, you know, she's from Vegas and, you know, more than half the population of Vegas is Spanish speaking. So whereas, you know, in Australia, you don't often hear Spanish or Italian unless you specifically have friends who are from that language. Or from that country, rather. Oh, Arabic just, like... I don't even, like, want to pretend to think I know anything about the, like, any Arabic languages. Thanks, Biff. No, Aki doesn't really speak Tagalog. I don't speak Tagalog either. I know, like... We both know, like, some Tagalog words, but she didn't really learn any Tagalog from her parents. And I've only, like, picked up... Like, you know, every time I talk to, like, Aki's parents, I try and, you know, learn how to say some Tagalog. You know, just to get, you know... Just because it personally, I think, it's, like, the most sincere type of, like, appreciation you can give towards another culture, I think. When you're openly trying to, like, learn their language. I think that is the number one most sincere type of appreciation you can give. Yeah, it's all about that respect, bro. It's all about that respect. Alan, thank you for the 5 months, dude. Welcome back. Anime Holic with 100 bits. If you ever come to Finland again and come to Turku, I will be happy to show you around. Turku is the old capital. A lot of cool places to see in the summer. Alright, dope, dope. I really want to go to Lapland. I so badly want to go to Lapland in the winter. But Aki doesn't like the winter. So I think I straight up think she would die if we went to Lapland in the winter. I love the winter, so I so badly want to go to Lapland in the winter. Graham with 100 bits. Weird. Japanese is kind of easier for me than most. Spanish and Japanese have the same vowel pronunciation, so I've never had a problem with speaking, to be honest. And the grammar is the similar syntax as well. Oh, really? No, I've always had fucking troubles with Spanish, dude. Yeah, I want to see the Aurora, dude. I want to go see the. I want to go see the Aurora. Is it the Aurora Borealis that you can see from Europe? I don't know. In my head, like Lapland is like Lapland in the winter to me is like the one place I think of when I think of winter. Like when I think of the word winter, I think Lapland in the winter. I think of Lapland. Yes, Lapland is the true experience of Finland. You should visit there if you ever have the opportunity. I'd love to go, dude. I would love to go. So if you guys don't know, yeah, well that's where the Arknight's character comes from. But Lapland is an area in Finland. Correct me if I'm wrong, Finnish people. But from what I remember, Lapland is like this area in the very north of Finland, where it is like extremely cold in the winter. Like extremely cold in the winter, because it's like right on like the northern tip of Europe. So basically it's like the closest you're gonna get to like the Arctic Circle. Oh, hey Tom, what's up, dude? Lapland is the name of the northern part of Finland, Sweden, and Norway. Oh, okay. I didn't know it included Sweden and Norway as well. Around minus 40 degrees Celsius. Woo! God damn, that's cold. The coldest I've ever experienced was minus 30 in Hokkaido, in Japan. Lapland is actually more north than the Northern Circle. Damn. What's the weather? You know what? Let's look it up right now. I'm gonna look up what the current weather is in Lapland. Current weather in Lapland. Rovaniemi, Lapland. Current weather, minus 9 degrees Celsius. Feels like minus 15. Mostly sunny. Jesus. And then at nighttime it drops to minus 14. God damn. Yeah, I'd love to go. I fucking love the winter, man. But yeah, the coldest I've ever experienced was minus 30 in Hokkaido, in Niseko. That shit was cold. That shit was fucking cold. It's minus 24 here in Norway right now. I really want to go to Norway. Norway's like one of my mom's favorite countries. She's like, I think my mom's been to Oslo like 5 or 6 times in her life, and she fucking loves it. I really want to go. I've never been, I've never been to Norway or Sweden. In fact, we stopped by in Sweden, but never like actually gone outside. In Sweden, yeah. So I don't know. I just like, you know what's the one thing I'm gonna do? The one thing I'm definitely gonna do once the world goes back to normal and shit like that. I just want to travel Europe, man. There's just so much of Europe I realized that I have just not traveled. I've been to... How many countries in Europe have I been to? Let's count it out. So Finland, obviously we talked about. I've been to Finland twice. I've been to Italy twice. I've been to Spain. I've been to France. I've been to the Netherlands 3 times now. Where else? I've been to Ireland twice. I've been to the UK once. I think that's it. I've only been to 7 countries in Europe, which is nothing. Yeah, which is nothing. It's only 7. There's so many more countries I want to go to. I haven't even been to the 2 countries that, like, half of me is made up of. Because I'm a quarter Hungarian and a quarter German, and I've never been to Hungary or Germany. I was supposed to last year for my dad's 60th birthday. We were supposed to go to Europe. We were supposed to go visit family because we have a bunch of family living in Germany and in Hungary. But of course, our girl COVID Chan just came out of nowhere and was like, "No, fuck you." So it's a bit of a shame. But yeah, like, I've realized that, like, other than Finland, I have never been to any part of, like, East Europe. I don't even know if Finland counts as East Europe. I don't even think it is. Finland, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark are kind of like its own thing, I think. But like, I've never been to like Hungary, Serbia, Czech, Romania, Poland, like anywhere East Europe, like at all. And I'd love to go. That's the one thing about like Europe that I think is just so fucking cool, is that it is so fucking tiny, and yet you drive in any direction for an hour and you're in a totally different country. And that's just like, especially to someone like me, that's like unfucking thinkable. Because I'm from 2 island countries. I'm from Australia and Japan, which the concept of driving to another country just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? No, okay. That's not true. You said, as someone from Texas, I feel that. No, you fucking don't. Because you can drive to Mexico. You can drive to Canada. That's a different country. We can't even do that. Japan, you can't drive anywhere outside of Japan. Australia, you can't drive anywhere outside of Australia. America, though, you can drive to Mexico and Canada. Just saying. Bro, we go to another island and it's the same country here. Yeah, dude, okay. You wanna know? Okay. You wanna know how long it takes me to drive to the next state in Australia? So I'm from Sydney, right? In New South Wales. For me to drive, not including the ACT, right? For you Australians, we're not including the ACT. For us to drive to the next state, right, is minimum, in any direction, minimum 10 hours. Like, minimum. You better be fucking flooring it. Minimum 10 hours to get to the next state. To drive from Sydney, which is not even in, like, the middle of the state. Right? To drive to the border of Victoria, 10 hours. Minimum. And, you know, New South Wales is nowhere even near the biggest state. We only have 7 states? 8? No. 6 states and 2 territories, so that's 8, yeah. Wait. Shit, I don't remember how many states we have in Australia. Hold on. Queensland, New South Wales, ACT, Victoria, South Australia, Northern Territory, Western Australia, Tasmania. 8. Yeah, sorry. 6 states, 2 territories. Yeah. So, technically, on the mainland, we only have 7 states. Because we're not including Tasmania, because that's its own island. Right? America, though, you have 50. 49, or 48 if you don't include Alaska and Hawaii. Right? Well, I mean, I'm excluding Tasmania because you can't really drive to Tasmania, can you? You can't even take a boat to Tasmania because of the fucking Bass Strait. You literally have to fly to Tasmania. Can you drive to Tasmania? There is a car ferry to Tasmania? Oh, really? Okay, I did not know that. Granted, never been to Tasmania. You can take your boat on it. Okay, well, I didn't know that. Wait, I thought the Bass Strait was infamous for being, like, one of the most choppiest seas in the world, and that's why you can't, like, for the longest time, people couldn't take a boat across it. Is that still is that true, or is that just, like, a fucking legend? Isn't that what the Bass Strait is known for? Apparently not. The car ferry is like 7.5 hours long. Could you imagine being on a car ferry for 7 hours? Dude. You could literally fly. You could fly to Hawaii in that time. You could literally fly from Melbourne to Hawaii in the time it takes you to ferry from Victoria to Tasmania. That's kind of hilarious. Alright, let's read some donations, sorry. Anime Holic with 100 bits. Unless you go to like touristy places like Levi or Kusama, having a car is a must in Lapland because everything is super far apart, and in areas you might have one house within 50 kilometers. God damn. So if you need a driver for a Lapland trip, I'm sure there are people here who would be willing to do it, me included. Oh, well, thank you, Anime Holic. Appreciate that. Grim with 100 bits. Holiday in the Eastern Hemisphere is so weird to an American. Americans think a visit to one country in EU is crazy cool and is a rare and expensive vacation. As a Mexican American, bro, no one drives to Mexico. It's only Cancun, Mexico City, and TJ, which I assume is Tijuana. Maybe Rosarito. Canada is like Y. Montreal and BC at most. Europe travel is considered a privilege here. Most people in America only dream of Paris, Rome, and London, even though the first are arguably kind of dirty. I mean, yeah, that's the same in Australia. Like, a European trip is considered like, whoa, you're fucking bougie, aren't you? Alright, keep your hands off your dick, bro. God damn. Whereas, to, you know, like, to people in Europe, it's like, oh, whatever. Like, a trip to, like, Asia is considered, like, ooh, fancy, alright? What's up? If you want.
Just finished editing.
I was talking about,
Movies.
No. I was talking about, traveling in Europe.
Can I come in?
Is, like, considered a privilege to every other country, except for people who live in Europe.
Yeah, I mean, that's every country thinks that about themselves and foreigners. Looking.
Yeah.
Mind if I get in the show?
Oh, you want to be in the shop? Yeah. I was talking about as well.
I like literally every time I come in your chat, just like, okay.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Anyways, what were you saying?
I was talking about, the weird shit we ate in Finland.
Which one?
Like Tara ice cream and stuff.
I love that stuff though.
Yeah, but I was trying to...
I have dreams
like,
about that.
And like reindeer and stuff, like the reindeer steak I had.
I did like that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else did we have? On like the kararan piraka?
And also, sumiaki? Salmiaki?
Salmiaki?
No, wait.
Yeah, the fucking... The shit made from mustard gas, right?
Yeah.
Salmiaki is not good though.
No, you're just talking about like weird.
No, I was talking about like the good food.
Oh, okay.
Salmiaki ain't good, bro.
Yeah. I mean, like it just it's made of mustard gas.
Yeah, it's literally made from like things you make weapons out of.
I remember, cause
it's not salty licorice. It is like Chernobyl licorice. That's what it tastes like.
I remember. I think our handler and a lot of our fans, like, they gifted us so much salmiak. Oh my god! Like we literally had to get like a box shipped back to the U.S. on our behalf because we visited Finland, right? Then we had to go to other European countries, and I was like, I'm not gonna go to like 7 other European countries with a box of salmiakki.
Yeah.
So I had to get it shipped over, and my mom just like, what the hell is this? You know, honestly, like since it's made of mustard gas, I'm surprised that much salmiakki made it through the border.
Yeah, right? It'd be considered like a weapon anywhere else.
I'd be like,
Look, don't get me wrong. If I spent my life eating salmiakki, I'd probably like it.
yeah.
It's like, natto, right? Most people who eat natto for the first time think it's like shit. But if you grew up eating it like I did, it's delicious.
I had such like it's a weird experience when it comes to salmiakki because like when I first tried it, I mean, god damn, that taste like fucking punched me. Like I was
Salmiakki.
like, yeah. Like it's like the most unexpected taste.
It is like better than any cup of coffee can give you. Like if you're struggling to wake up in the morning, or if someone's struggling to wake up in the morning, just pop a salmiakki in their mouth, bro.
Oh,
they'll be out of the bed. in
Oh
no
man,
time.
that like it was pretty crazy. But then like I couldn't stop eating it because the flavor was like nothing I had before.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what is this? And then they said mustard gas, and I said, huh? like from like World War.
Yeah, there's the salmiakki liquor as well, right? I think I had a little bit of that. I mean, you know what salmiakki? What's the salmiakki liquor called? Or the spirit?
It's literally just salmiakki vodka.
Is it just salmiakki
I think
vodka?
it
Is there like a name for
it? It literally just said salmiakki on the bottle that we got. Anyway.
Koskenkorva.
No, I don't remember that on the
Is it?
on the bottle. Yeah, probably that word that they're saying.
Salmari?
No, not salmonella. It's salmiakki. It's yeah. I legit think.
Kosken sounds familiar. Because I think one of our handlers gave me like a bottle of it, and I tried it.
I remember when we went.
Kosken, let me
Whenever
look
we
it up.
go to a new country, I do this thing where I write down 10 words in that language that I learned on my trip, like in their language. So I wanted to learn like 10 words in Finnish, and I was going to jump off a fucking building just to say the word kararambiraka.
Yeah, Koskenkorva, this is it.
No, ours
But
was black.
yeah, I know, but like that's like the brand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Salmari, I think it's called.
I remember a lot of our Finnish fans also said something about like how there's a
Yeah, Salmari, that's it.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Salmari. Yeah,
That's
that's it.
I remember like a lot of our Finnish fans kept telling me about like this alcoholic drink that they like it's tentacle but in Finnish, and I don't know what it's called.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of Finnish people in this chat, so let's ask them.
Sure.
Yeah, I had it. Yeah, our handler
Lonkero.
Lonkero, that's it. Yeah. Lonkero, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's right. Oh man.
It means long drink.
I I mean, to be honest, I actually don't really drink like hardly like at all, but I mean, I saw that in the store, and I was like, "Hey, that's the thing everyone keeps telling me to get." But then I didn't get it because then, like, I knew that someone was gonna give it to us. Lo and behold, I got like 5 bottles of it.
Yeah, Salmari. I tried. Our handler gave me a shot of Salmari. When we were out somewhere, I forgot where it was. It might have been at that rooftop party. I tried like a shot of Salmari, and it's like, you know what it tastes like? It tastes like if someone spiked your Jägermeister with like cocaine. That's what it was like. Not that I've had cocaine before, but it's like it tasted like the moment it goes into your mouth, it's like, oh, it's like a licorice liqueur. It tastes like Jaeger. But then the moment it like travels to the back of your throat, it's like someone like lit a bomb in your mouth.
Meanwhile, I was just drinking coffee with I think the cafe is literally just Fatscher, right?
Yeah, it's the Fatscher cafe. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I never had that much chocolate for breakfast in my life.
It was like downing a pint of cocaine, exactly.
But yeah, no, with every coffee they always gave like a little like Fatscher chocolate.
Oh, Fatscher coffee is.
I miss Fatscher
I still
much.
dream of Fatscher coffee.
Wait, Joey, is your PO box like public or whatever? Do you have a PO box?
No, I don't have a PO box.
Oh darn! I was gonna say like, can someone send us Fatscher chocolate, please?
Well, I mean, people can send shit to the TC, right?
Can they? I don't know. I never.
I mean,
tried.
we have like.
I'm always worried.
I have a. It's not really a PO box, but like people can send stuff to the Geeks Plus address. I've just never really made it public.
I don't think I've made any P.O. Box really public because I was always worried I'd get too much stuff. And then I'd have to pick it all up and then bring it on the train.
H.O. Graysmog with 100 bits, and to check in, ever used Bogan Aussie slang to clown on Arky?
I actually, if anything, I ask you to say things in a Bogan accent. A lot.
Well, no, he's asking, like, Aussie slang.
I mean, it wasn't even a joke. I just went to Australia and met your friends. And they had a...
Yeah, but we're not
No, you're not. They're not.
My
Bogan.
friends aren't Bogans. We're all from Sydney.
No, they're not. They're not Bogan. But like, I forget like how much your accent has diminished until we went to Australia, and literally everyone had like a 10 times more thicker accent than you did.
Yeah, my Australian accent's definitely died down. It comes back when I talk to Australians.
I noticed. Yeah, when you get on the phone with your parents or
When I'm in like a call with my dad,
it gets so thick.
or like Michael.
Yeah, and it gets so thick, and I'm just like, where'd that come from?
Yeah, but like, I don't throw around like Aussie slang all that much, especially like, you know, Bogan Aussie slang, because there's Aussie slang that everyone in Australia uses, right? Like servo or bottler or, you know, tinnies or
That
durries
thick
or anything like that.
Thick.
But then there's like Bogan Aussie slang, like, you know, oh, we're not here to fuck spiders, like, you know, that kind of stuff. You ever heard of that phrase?
I mean, yeah, I think your dad said that.
Yeah, my dad does say that.
Yeah.
We're not here to fuck spiders.
Yeah, I remember, who was it? One of your friends. It was like at your birthday party in Australia, something like that. And during it, one of your friends came up to me and said like, "Hey, man, it was such a long sentence. Like, I think legit.
We're not here to fuck spiders means we're not here to waste time.
Yeah.
Because you can't fuck a spider.
Okay, I think like in
So it's like-
verbatim, the sentence is like, "Hey, Aki, you want to go on a Macca's run, and then we can go to Woolies or nah?" And then, but he said it so fast.
Wait, say that again?
Like, do you want to go on a Macca's run and then head over to Woolies or nah?
You want to go on a Macca's run or head to Woolies or nah?
Yeah, and then I remember I was playing darts with Michael, and I looked over at him. I said, "I'm so sorry. I didn't."
Can
get
you
that.
repeat that, please?
Yeah, I said, "I'm so sorry. I did not get that." And then he said, he just said it the exact same way because he just thought it because everyone was loud because it was your birthday. And then I said, I actually don't. And then Michael like stepped in or something, and then he's just like, "Mate, like English." And he's like, "What?"
Yeah, Queen's English, mate.
And then he just said it. So he's like, "Oh right, you guys call it like Mickey's?" I said, "Oh, Mickey's."
No,
yeah,
you call them Mickey D's, right?
Yeah, Mickey D's.
That's
yeah.
fucking weird to me, dude.
Yeah, Mickey's or Mickey D's. Yeah.
That's not even Bogan.
I don't know where like.
That's just like typical Aussie.
Yeah.
Because so the sentence was, what was it? Do you want to go to Macca's?
No, do you want
to go on a Macca's run?
And then head over to Woolies or nah?
And then go to Woolies or nah?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you said nah at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So say it the thickest way you can.
so it'd be, Oyaki, do you want to go on a Macca's run and then head to Woolies or nah?
Yeah, I didn't.
Which
get it. Yeah.
which to all non-Australians out there, literally means, "Hey, Aki, would you like to join me to go to McDonald's to get some food, and then we can go to the supermarket, or would you rather not do that?"
Australians are just. I think Australians are just built differently, aren't you?
Yeah, we are built different.
But no, like.
But that's not even Bogan. Like, you know, up the
it's
frog,
just thick.
like up the frog and toad, or we're not here to fuck spiders, is like, that's like shit you'll only hear in the country.
I remember your sister always like likes to repeat like certain words I'd say or like certain things I'd say like without even thinking. You know, like she'd say
Out to whoop whoop. That is very Bogan. Patria. Out to whoop whoop.
I remember.
Oh, it's out there in whoop whoop, eh?
I remember. What was it? Oh, I was looking.
My dad says that shit.
I was trying to look up what is the most Australian sentence ever, so I found it and I said it to Joey, and I didn't say it to him before, and he'd never heard of it. And I said, "Hey Joey, can you tell me if this is very Australian to say?" And he's like, "Okay, lay it on me." And I said, "Today, tonight, tomorrow at 6 on 7." And then he just started fucking dying.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I told it to your mom, and she started fucking dying. Yeah. She's like, "Wow, that is very."
Yeah. Today, tonight, tomorrow at 6 on 7.
Yeah, and then I was like, "What the fuck does that even mean? Today, tonight, tomorrow at 6 on 7." Then he had to break it down for me that they have a show called Today Tonight, and it's on Channel 6 at 7.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Today Tonight. So there's a new show in Australia called Today Tonight. And it's gonna be on tomorrow at 6 on Channel 7.
Yeah, and then I told it to your friend, and he's like, he actually didn't laugh. He just said, "Oh, but they changed the way that they said it now, so they have to put emphasis on things. So now they say
Today tonight."
No. They, instead of saying like today tonight tomorrow at 6 on 7, they say
Today tonight tomorrow at 6 on 7. Yeah. It makes total sense. Because if he just said it all in like a single stream of consciousness, it just wouldn't make sense. But by breaking it up, it makes sense now. Today tonight, tomorrow at 6 on 7.
Dude, I've never even seen this show, but like the logic is like, I can see why your family was like fucking dying.
Yeah.
Because they're like, holy shit, I didn't even think about that being an Aussie sentence.
It makes sense if you hear it in the context of the ad. That place. Moon Princess, thank you for the Prime.
But yeah, so I told that to
Nice
Joey.
sponge cake.
But yeah, I remember your sister would always like repeat like words that I'd say. So she'd be like, "Hey, so what do you think of Australia so far?" I said, "Yeah, it's pretty awesome." And she's like, "It's awesome." And then I said, "Yes."
It's awesome.
Yeah, and I was like, "Yes." And she's like, "Yes." And then I said, yeah. And then she's like, "Yeah." It's like so fucking weird.
Yeah, because you say awesome.
Yeah, what do you say?
Awesome. No, we don't even say that. We just say sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, there's another thing that I also experienced in Australia. Apparently this is
Kraken. Kraken.
Right. Anyway, so lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so I experienced something in Australia that was like really rare apparently. So I just got off the plane, and then Joey's family picks me up, and we're in the car, and they wanted to like drive me on, is it the Gold Coast or whatever, or no, not Gold Coast, like by the beach. And it,
Northern Beaches?
sure, yeah, with the first beach we drove up on. Anyways.
Well, I'm not going to say the name of the beach because.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
Anyways.
it's the north. I live in the Northern Beaches.
Okay. Yeah, so they were driving us like on the edge of the beach, and then they all stopped so that we could like take in the scenery. And I just looked over to my left while your family's like looking at the beach, and I said, "Oh, is that a porcupine? It's so cute." And then your whole family freaked out, and your dad said, "Don't touch that. It's an echidna." And then Joey's like, "How the fuck did you find an echidna?"
I've never seen an echidna on this. Okay, I gotta keep fucking explaining to non-Australians. All right, if you're an Australian watching this, you know how much of a fucking event it is to see an echidna on the side of the road in the middle of the day. Right? Fucking, like, that is, like, insanely rare. No, I'm not fucking talking about echidna from ReZero. I'm talking about the animal in echidna. I hate the fact that now most people think echidna is just, like, a character in ReZero.
I know echidna just from Australia, so when I saw echidna in ReZero...
It's either echidna from ReZero or Knuckles the echidna from Sonic.
Echidna, the animal, starts with an A, not an E.
Yeah, no.
Yeah?
No, an echidna is ECHINDA.
Oh.
Like Knuckles the echidna.
Oh, never mind then. I was wrong. But yeah, no, I saw an echidna, and it was apparently super rare, and your whole family was like freaking out.
It is extremely rare. Like on the side of the road in the middle of the day. It's because they're nocturnal. So seeing one awake in the middle of the day is like rare enough. But the fact that it's like walking right on the side of the fucking road
Yeah,
is
I thought,
extremely... I've never seen an echidna. That was the first time I ever saw a wild echidna.
I thought it was like some sort of weird porcupine thing, and it was just like waddling.
That's basically what it is. It's just an Australian porcupine, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was really cute, and your dad told me not to touch it.
Yeah, they're poisonous.
Yeah. And I was
Like all good Australian animals are.
Is it a mascot at all for Australia? Like, at all?
A mascot? You mean
not a mascot, like, I mean...
Well, it's on the 10-cent coin, I think? Shit, I forgot. It's on one of the coins. What coin is the echidna on? Echidna... Wait, hold on, I gotta look it up. Echidna Australian coin. What coin is on? 5 cent? Oh, it's on the 5-cent coin, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on the 5.
Can you look up a picture of an echidna? Cause
An echidna?
yeah, because I mean, I was just kind of looking at it from the car. I didn't walk up
That's
to
what
it.
an echidna looks like.
Yeah, I thought it was like a weird porcupine.
That's what an echidna looks like. Yeah.
It's kind of cute.
But you know what's cool about an echidna that completely differs it from a porcupine, or in fact, almost every other animal, is that echidnas are monotremes. You know what a monotreme is? It's a mammal that lays eggs.
Oh, okay.
So there are only, I think, 2 monotremes in the world, and they're both Australian animals. One's an echidna, and the other is a platypus.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if platypus was the other one.
Yeah, platypus are mammals that lay eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, like a platypus. They're called monotremes.
Both the echidna and the platypus are like the weirdest looking animals I've ever seen.
Well, yeah, platypus is basically just a...
Like, it has a beaver tail and a duck bill and, I don't know, just, like... weird.
Platypus are also poisonous. They have poison barbs on the ends of their fins.
Oh. Oh, yeah, and they have, like...
And they have duck beaks. Yeah, and they have, like, webbed feet. Yeah.
Yeah. That's another thing I saw. Oh, yeah, like, I remember I was throwing, like, trash away in some trash can.
Perry the platypus! It's very Australian. Anyway.
Is that, like, the blue thing with the detective hat?
I think so?
Is that what they're talking to?
Yeah, Perry the platypus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
It's from Phineas and Ferb, yeah.
Okay.
But, like, when we first saw that on Phineas and Ferb, everyone was like, all the Australians are like, hey! Australia represent! Because I think Phineas and Ferb's made by an American, right?
I never watched it.
Phineas and Ferb is made by an American, right? I'm pretty sure it is.
I wasn't into
I don't think it's an Australian show. Yeah, it's an American cartoon.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
So when we saw a platypus character in an American cartoon, we were like, "Hey, let's go!"
Yeah. Oh, I was showing Joey actually not too long ago that there's like a part of America that eats beavers, and I was showing him people.
It's like somewhere in the South, right? It's like Louisiana or Mississippi or somewhere like that.
Yeah, some of them, and then some are like more like Appalachian people, and then some are in the South.
Like South Carolina.
Basically, like the deeper you get into woods and like mountainous areas and like
the Appalachian
or whatever.
Wait, the Appalachians are like the Carolinas, right?
Close to there.
Is the Appalachians in the Carolinas, like North and South Carolina? I think, right? Or is it more inland than that? No?
It's like... Here, just go up on the thing.
Hold on, let's see. Appalachian. How do you spell Appalachian?
APP.
APP.
Okay. 10-year-old.
Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see Google Maps. Where the fuck are the Appalachian Mountains?
Yeah.
It's above the Carolinas. It's like West Virginia, Kentucky.
Yeah, it just kind of goes like this. Well, the mount. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it's like West Virginia, Kentucky, like around there, Tennessee.
But yeah, I was showing him like people cooking beaver, and yeah, it looked.
Yeah, I was like not surprised when I saw that.
It looked kind of good, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess that's like. I when I saw the video of the guy like eating and cooking a beaver, I was like, is this what it feels like when I say that people in Australia eat kangaroo?
Probably.
Is this like the same feeling of like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I guess so, yeah. But then again, to be honest, it's more common for Australians to eat kangaroos than it is Americans eating beavers. I think beavers is a very like region specific thing.
Right.
They're not on all the menus. Yeah.
I mean, kangaroo is not exactly fucking common either, but... No, I don't think I've ever eaten alligator. Have you? You ever eaten a croc before?
Thought you said I've eaten a croc.
No, croc. Not the shoe, the animal.
That wasn't... Never mind. No.
Because we don't have alligators in Australia, we have crocodiles. 2 different animals. Alligators and crocodiles are 2 different animals.
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten an alligator?
No.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I don't think I have.
I've had ostrich.
Yeah, I had ostrich as well, and bison.
Yep.
Yeah,
At greens and proteins.
Yeah, at that fucking vegan restaurant in Vegas.
It's not vegan. You had ostrich and bison.
Oh yeah. They have vegan options there.
Yeah, water.
No. They had like vegan like salads and shit like that. Rightfully, I think with the T1. No, what was the fucking vegan restaurant in Vegas? You took me to a vegan restaurant in Vegas.
Did I?
Yeah. Because I never had vegan food.
Oh man.
It was like the first time I had vegan food.
Oh, I think I remember, but I don't know what it's called. To be honest, when I took you, that was like the second time I ever went.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
So it wasn't really that big of a thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just found it and just thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. It's just really fucking expensive.
Vegan salads.
Oh yeah, salad by default is usually vegan. Yeah, I know. You know what I mean? It was a fucking vegan restaurant that was like, you'd pay like $15 for a fucking salad.
My birthday's coming up.
Yeah, next week, isn't it?
I'm wondering if I...
How old are you gonna be?
Do you know?
28.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't look 28, does she? Why'd you take your I was about to say sunglasses. Why'd you take your fucking glasses
so that
off?
they could see, like, without the glasses. Because sometimes, I don't know, glasses can make you look more mature.
I guess so.
I'm probably gonna look like this until, like, I decide to be old. Like, legit.
Alright, no worries, Coralvax. Have a good one, dude.
My face has been, like, the same since I was, like, 14.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe even
She's
younger.
not a boomer.
Yeah, I'm not a boomer. You know what? Can we just, like...
Do you guys know where the word boomer comes from? I hate the fact that people are like, oh, you're 32, you're a boomer. No,
you know what? Can we just like normalize that 30 is not old? I don't really it's really not. Like if the average lifetime is what, like for guys, isn't it like
well, it depends on the country.
Okay, well, let's take US, okay? Not Japan because it's too long. Like US, I think guys it's like 75 or 80. And
In Japan?
No, US.
Oh, US.
Yeah.
Let's look it up. Kin of Hope, thank you for the 2 months.
Well, anyways, point is, it's like 30 isn't even half your life.
Average
like,
life expectancy.
When you turn 25, like you're like over a quarter
US.
done with your life.
Okay, life expectancy in the US. No, not the average cost of living. On average, US women. Wait, hold on. Average life expectancy by country. Why does it just not...
I think for girls it's 80, right? Or...
Oh my god, I have to go down to the US. Where is it? United Kingdom. Why is this fucking listed off as like...
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Women, men is 76, women is 81.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Apparently, the #1 life expectancy in the world right now is... Hong Kong, Switzerland, Iceland, and Japan. Wow, I always thought Japan was #1.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm surprised with... Oh, okay. I'm surprised.
Well,
I'm not surprised with Switzerland and Iceland.
Japan isn't #1, but Japan does hold some of, like, the oldest people ever.
Yeah, for Japan, it's...
But not
men
regular.
is 81, and women is 87 on average.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the oldest woman in Japan lived to, like, 112 or 116?
Something ridiculous like that. Like, way too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, way too fucking long.
What would you...
I don't know how I would feel if I lived till, like, 120. You know what I mean? Would you ever want to live that long?
I mean, I don't want to, like, kill myself ever.
There is a part of me, though, that, like, wants to live till... Like, to me, I think my life goal... Because I was born 94, right? So I think it would be cool to live until, like, the next century. Like,
yeah.
Like, you know, so, like, for me, it would be 106. If I can live to 106, then that would mean that I have lived in the 90s, the 2000s, and the 2100s.
I thought you were going to say, like, if I can reach 106, I'll be happy. I'll be like, oh, man, that's a goal. That's one hell of a goal.
But, like, nowadays, 106 isn't that uncommon, especially in Japan. Right? But how cool would it be being like, yeah, Joey lived in 3 different centuries. He lived in the 90s, he lived in the 2000s, and he lived in the 2100s.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. Pretty much.
But yeah, I don't know.
You know what? Like, I always like thought this. People who lived like back then were during like World War One, World War Two, like and also like just seeing like the invention of the H-bomb and all of that. Like, I bet people thought like the world was gonna end any moment at that point. You know what I mean?
Bet.
Like, all this shit happened, and then like fucking the Great Depression and all that. People are like, man, I am so ready to die. No, because I asked my grandma that too, and then she's like, oh yeah, like we thought we were all just going to die at that point.
Oh, that I was thinking of it too. One.
And she was so chill about it too. When I asked, I was like, what must have been like, grandma? And then she's like, no, we're ready to accept that.
Yeah, honestly. Here I've got with a 358 says, Aki, do you sometimes use a Japanese word for something more than the English one?
Yeah.
Such as?
Mendokusai.
Well, yeah, that's because that's a word that doesn't really exist in English, does
And
it?
yabai.
Oh.
So, okay, can I?
Go on.
So sometimes I say mendokusai because it means like I can't be fucked, essentially. So it's like, but like I'll say it like, if Joey says, hey, do you want to go get the groceries? And I said, it's mendokusai right now. Like, you know, I'll mix it just in English, but it's mendokusai.
Yeah, mendokusai is like... Yeah, I guess it just means, like, can't be fucked.
Yeah. Or
can't be bothered.
Yeah, or, you know, when I'm with a group of friends, it's not just me, it's, like, a lot of people.
You know what's a word I realized that we say in Japanese all the time, but doesn't really have a clear definition in English? Tekito. Tekito is like if something is like half-assed, I think is the best way to say it. That's like a word we say a lot. It's like, it's just tekito.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and the other one I hear a lot is just yabai, which is just like, holy shit, or oh my god, that really can be applied to anything that's just like, whoa, you know?
Yabai can mean anything. It can mean like you know what the closest thing to yabai is to me in English is like holy shit.
Yeah.
Because the phrase holy shit can be used in a positive way, but it can also be used in a negative way, right?
Yeah.
Like you can be like, holy shit, that's amazing, right? But it can all be like, holy shit, what happened? Like, you know, it's two very different connotations. Same with yabai being like, yabai, sugoi, like, you know, something good happened, and then yabai can be like, oh god.
Yabai is just the OMG of Japan.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh, I remember, who was it? One of, like, our Japanese friends, I don't know if it was your cousin or not, but anyways, they wanted to know like the meaning of the word cast and like how do you know which one to use, because like I'm wearing a cast, or I got cast in a movie, or cast away, or like legit, like, and I was just like, oh fuck man, context, it's literally just that. And then she said, is it like Japanese where the inflection like matters? I said, no, inflection doesn't mean shit. No. It's just context.
It is called a homophone.
Yeah, I'm like, she's like, is there any way to like spell it any differently? I said, no, they're literally all spelled the
same. Actually, it's not even a homophone, because they're all spelled the same.
You know what's such an asshole thing to do in the English language? The concept of silent letters. It's something you just had to know. I was like the word through. I cannot logically explain why it's spelled the way
in America, isn't it sometimes spelled THRU?
Yeah, that like drive through, but like most people... Like,
no, some people use that spelling in a sentence.
I don't see it as common.
Really? I've seen that before, and I was like, why is this spelt wrong? And they're like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I usually just have seen the OUGGH.
You know how to spell through?
Yes! Through is slang.
Oh, it's slang?
It's just, you know, that word is like as if somebody tried to cheat in Scrabble.
I always get reminded.
Like, let's add a G in there.
I always get reminded of that. Hey, Hakuman, what's up? I always get reminded of that. That TikTok, which is like here's why English sucks.
Yeah. I remember. Like, I showed you that one.
Yeah, it's like the words cuff, tough, tongue. It's like none of these words rhyme, but pony and baloney rhyme.
This is Bologna. Yeah, baloney. Someone explain to me how the fuck did we teach an entire country that baloney made sense in grammar.
Yeah.
You know, like what other word is spelt like that and makes that sound? Like GNA. Who else does it? Yeah, no, with English it sucks because I feel so bad, and I don't blame anyone who can't speak English, and I hate it when someone always tells like a foreigner like, oh, this is America, like go learn English. Dude, we add something every like 5 seconds. You know what I had to
Oh yeah, bologna and lasagna both
yeah.
end in G and A,
Yeah.
but they don't rhyme.
Yeah, I don't understand why we do that, dude. No, like I
was like, what's I remember the first time I saw the word bologna, I was like, what's bologna?
well, yeah, and I had to scientifically like kind of break down to someone of what the word bruh was and what a dab was.
Bruh.
Yeah, and I'm not even like, I hope to God no Japanese person asks me what simp is. But
No, dude, the hardest one for me was when I had to explain to my cousin what this meant.
Oh yeah, quotations.
Like air quotes. Because it's not a concept that exists in Japanese.
Yeah, it's because
She's like, I was watching I think she was watching like fucking Prison Break or some kind of like American like TV show in Japan, and she saw one of the characters doing this, and she's like, what is this? What does this mean?
Yeah, because we all.
And I was like, oh fuck, how do I explain sarcasm to a language that doesn't have sarcasm?
It's like sarcasm and like emphasis. Yeah, the Japanese language quite literally does not have sarcasm. So you know, like when we say, oh, like you guys were just hanging out last night, like that could mean like, oh, maybe
like an emphasis, right?
Yeah, emphasis. But if you say that in Japanese, it's like, yeah, we were just hanging out. Oh, okay, cool. You know, like there's nothing where it's like read between the lines. That doesn't exist in Japanese.
Yeah, there's no such thing as like entendres.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like, because English has, you know, like things like double entendres, which is like you say a sentence and depending on how you look at it can mean two completely different things, right? Like, you know, I have a snake in my pants is a double entendre, right? Because that could mean I literally have a snake in my pants, or I'm talking about my penis.
Yeah.
Right? That's a double entendre. In Japanese, there's no such thing as like sarcasm, entendres, like that's like a very like I think that's like, I don't know about other countries, but I feel that's like a very like English thing. I don't know.
I think so.
Is there any other languages? I mean, this chat's full of multicultural people. Is there any languages that have like entendres or like you know, that kind of stuff?
I remember one of our Japanese friends, like, it's Makoto, like now it took him forever to understand the concept of, oh wow, man, the chat.
Okay, never mind, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Anyways, so Makoto took apparently like forever to understand the concept of sarcasm, and then when he finally, you know, grasped it, now he loves it. But he said like when he was in the transitional period of still learning, he just thought insulting someone was sarcasm. It's like, oh, I didn't mean that, but he literally meant this to insult someone. It's like, oh, you fucking like, you're a piece of shit, what the hell, like, you know, it could be playful, but he's like, oh, you are a piece of shit. But then I'm like, that's not sarcasm, you're just insulting them. He's like, no, I didn't mean it. And then I said, I think you did.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you can't just say it's sarcasm? I was like, no, there's an art to it. Like,
as much as a lot of people on the internet would like to differ, no, you can't just say it and then be like, lol, JK, I was just joking. Like it's not how it works in a real life situation.
Yeah, he'd like say to like one of his like female friends like, oh, like, you are a bitch. And I'm like, bro, no. And then she's like, excuse me. And then I was like, I'm like, they will, I mean, like, Audrey would just be like, I'm so sorry. Like, so, yeah, it would just be fucking.
It's just a prank, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it.
So, it's just sarcasm. Like, you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of people on the internet who don't understand sarcasm.
I remember, my parents are like really try to keep up with, you know, internet trends, and for their age they've actually done a pretty good job. They're just usually like a month late, which is still pretty fast for them.
Oh yeah.
But I remember my mom, I called her,
considering that, you know, they're boomers, like they're actual boomers.
Yeah, but
actually like born in the 60s boomers.
Yeah, but my parents, like, they love YouTubers, they love streamers. My mom texts me of like certain events that happened that even I didn't know. But when it comes to slang, they're a little slow. So one day I was in a call with my mom, And then she's like, "Hey, who is this Karen person? Why does everyone hate her? What did she do?" And then I said, "What?"
I
And
feel
then,
so bad for every person born today called Karen.
yeah. And then I was like, "No, Mom, it's a slang." And then I said, what does it mean? Like, who's Karen?" And then I said, "It's not who's Karen. It's like, what's a Karen?" And then she's like, I don't understand you. So when I broke it down for her, my dad was like, "Oh, I understand. Yeah, every Karen is like so annoying." And then he's like, I understand. And then
Bless your
and
dad.
then my dad was just like, "What about Heather? Heather sounds annoying." Dad, like,
But like, isn't it so like terrible that we've literally made a name into a meme, like into an insult? Could you imagine if it had been like any other name? Like, it would have been like, "Wow, look at this James over here." Like,
or Chad.
oh, like, you know, well, yeah, like Chad, right? Like, damn, you're such a fucking Chad. Like, I have friends called Chad, and I can never call them Chad ever again. I have to call them by like nicknames.
I remember I saw this girl. She was like, "Hey, does anyone know what happened to all the Aidens? I swear to God, when I was in elementary school, there were so many fucking Aidens, but I've never met an adult Aiden. Where the fuck did they go? Are they okay?"
You know who my favorite Chad is, though?
What?
Chad Kroger, the lead singer of Nickelback. His name is literally Chad.
He looks like a Chad.
He looks like a Chad. He's my favorite Chad. Rami the Weather with $10. Thank you, dude. Love you, Joe. Been watching since you were uploading Course Party walkthroughs. Keep creating amazing content.
Yeah.
You and Aki too, Kappa. Thank you, man.
Filipino names can be pretty wild too. Joey's like met a few of my cousins, and you know, you try not to laugh sometimes because it's a little funny at points.
I mean, you know, don't mean to be rude, but they
No, it's a little. So I don't mind. So
they are
on-
quite interesting names, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I'll explain. So on one of my parents' sides, most of my cousins have all their names said twice legally. So I'll give an example. So this is a list of my cousins, right? Jum Jum, Jet Jet, Boom Boom, and then, you know, the list goes on. And
There's
then
another one, isn't there?
Jum Jum, Jet Jet, Boom Boom. There's Cece. And then, but then the last...
It's like Bong Bong or something?
Oh, yeah. No, Boom Boom.
No, there's another one. There's Jub Jub, Jet Jet, Boom Boom.
There's...
I was about to say Ling Ling.
No, it's close. It's Bing Bing.
Bing Bing, that's it.
Yeah, it's Bing Bing. And but the last cousin, his name is Carl.
Carl.
Yeah, so when
What happened to Carl?
yeah, so when like my aunt was like calling everyone, she was like, "Boom Boom, Jet Jet, Jab Jab, Big Big, Carl, Carl." Yeah, and then I was just like, and you know, but actually the most common thing though that we tend to do is just call their name just once, even though legally their name is said twice.
Right.
Yeah. So
Fucking Carl. What did they just run out of ideas? You know what it is? Bong Bong is a town in Australia.
no, that's just what you want.
No. What are you talking about?
Just kidding.
Anyway,
Nah, it's like
Carl broke the curse.
I know,
The
right?
double name curse.
Yeah.
The fuck you doing, Carl? I mean, Carl... Okay, I'm gonna go back to the Australian talk thing. Carl is a name that is so hard to say in an Australian accent.
Yeah.
Because
what if you want to call them?
Because in America, it's like, you pronounce the R, right? So it's Carl.
Yeah.
So you can clearly distinguish between the R and the L sound. But because in Australia, we don't say the R sound, it's just Carl. Carl.
Carl.
Here episode with 358. All these vowels are pronounced the same in Sweden. SJ, STJ, SKJ, SK, TJ, KJ. How do you pronounce it? Just S? K? Oh no, it would be a ch sound, wouldn't it? It would be ch. Like a CH sound. Because KJ is like Chelberg. It's spelled with a KJ. Wait, so SJ is a ch sound? Yes, you are right. Yeah, like Felix Kjellberg is KJELL. So, which means in Sweden, SJ, STJ, SKJ, SK, TJ, and KJ are all a ch sound. That's fucked. Why would you do that? That's like in Hungarian though. Like an S sound, like a S sound in Hungarian is SZ.
You're right.
And a sh sound is just a single S. Like, why would you do that?
I don't know, but yeah, that's weird. I can't. I
Every
can't
other
control-
country is like S is an S sound, right? Like a S sound.
Right.
But in Hungarian, it's a sh. But a S sound is SZ.
Interesting.
Fucking hate that.
Yeah. What'd you think of the Philippines, by the way?
Philippines is fun.
You were only there for like 3
Like
days.
3 days. Yeah, I want to go back there.
Yeah. Joey wants to go to Boracay.
Yeah, Boracay would be fun.
He's never been. Boracay is like kind of like one of the most like, how would you put it, like tropical or like luxurious islands.
It's like, yeah, it's like when you think of like
a resort.
yeah, when you think of like a tropical resort, like, or if you look up tropical resort on Google Images,
Like, you'll
most likely you'll find a picture of Boracay.
Yeah, probably.
Prison Park's the name of the prime.
Yeah, I've been there and it's fucking great. I remember with every Filipino, we were all watching that whole 90 Day Fiancé episode because we were just like, oh man,
All right, see you later, Tom.
the Big Ed and Rose.
Oh, my man, Big Ed.
Yeah, those are like, they were just so funny. And then my family and like, you know, our extended family just kept watching the shit out of it.
I don't know why Big Ed feels like years ago when it was only just last year.
That kicked off 2020. Do you know that?
That was a year ago?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That kicked off like 2020. Like, I think
I feel my heart crack.
feel my heart crack. Like I asked Joey, I was like, if I had a thick Filipino accent, would you still be attracted to me?
Nah, fam.
Yeah.
I'm not into that accent.
It's really hard to sound romantic, I think, when you speak in a Filipino accent sometimes.
To be fair though, the reason why I never dated another Australian is because I don't really like the Australian accent.
Really? Oh.
I personally, maybe this is like a very typical thing about like you not finding your own accent sexy or like attractive in any way, but like I had never found the Australian accent to be attractive. I always hated my Australian accent, which is why I've never understood when like you look up like top sexiest accents in the world, like Australian is always up there. I'm like,
how about
why?
this? Why don't we look up top sexiest accents like right now?
All right, let's look it up. But the problem is, all of those like lists are made by Americans, right?
I don't know.
Top sexiest accents.
I told Joey that
2020. Here we go. This is the updated
I
video.
told Joey that he should do like a video where he reacts to really thick Australian accents. It'd probably be funny.
This the literal. Oh, this is from 9.com.au. Channel 9.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
What'd you say about Americans making the list?
Okay, according to this Australian survey, it says Scottish men and Spanish women have the world's sexiest accents. Survey reveals. Alright, let's see. Is there a list? Okay, the accents favored by women. Scottish. So
Yeah.
this is sexiest accents for men.
Okay.
Alright? So women will listen to these accents and be like, damn, that's hot. Scottish,
Yep.
Irish,
Yeah, I love Irish.
Italian,
It depends.
French,
Yes.
Spanish,
I've been too used to it.
Brazilian Portuguese,
I haven't heard enough.
Queen's English,
It's okay for me.
Australian,
Yes.
South African,
Yes.
Mexican.
Depends.
Okay.
It depends.
Well, that's the top 10. But what do you think, women? Do you agree?
My top favorite accents, I'd say the top one is between Australian and
Lena's like, eh.
I think my top one is a tie between Australian and Irish, and then Scottish is definitely next. And I love the South African one.
I like the South African accent. All right. The accents favored by men. All right.
Okay.
Spanish? Depends. Brazilian Portuguese? Haven't heard enough, so I can't say. Australian? No. Sorry. French? Yeah, I like the French accent. American? Yeah. Kiwi? I mean, it's basically Australian, isn't it? Czech? I've not heard enough of the Czech accent to say. Italian? Depends. Mexican?
depends. Scottish, yeah. I'm surprised Irish isn't in there.
Really?
I find the Scottish and Irish accent really hot.
Yeah, same. I mean, Joey knows that my favorite European country is Ireland, and I always love going there.
I also like the Russian accent on girls. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I really like the Russian accent on girls. I like the Russian accent on guys as well, though. I think the Russian accent's really dope. Like, you know, not like the whole, like, stereotypical, like, oh, yes, Vladimir, oh, let's drink some vodka. Like, you know, not that, like, stereotypical bullshit Russian accent. Like,
I think for girls, my top would probably be Irish. The second one, you know what? I did hear a lot of Italian girls, so I do like that one as well. I don't think I've heard enough girls with this, like, South African accent. I've actually heard mostly guys in my life. What else? French?
I like the French accent.
Yeah. A lot of people say Spanish, but in being in Las Vegas, I heard Spanish a lot. So I think I just got too used to it.
Yeah, I was saying earlier when I was talking about Finland about how I had an easy time hearing and kind of taking in Finnish because it's very similar to Japanese, whereas you struggled a bit. But then when we went to like Italy and Spain, you had an easy time picking up Italian and Spanish, as opposed to me who had a hard time.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Japanese accent?
No. Okay.
Are you
know what?
typical thing for the part?
Look,
Would you find me attractive if I had like a stereotypical Japanese accent, like Makoto accent?
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Is like, how about right now on stream, you try to say something romantic, in the most accurate Japanese accent, like speaking English.
Like speaking English?
Yeah. So
Okay.
like, say something like romantic to me.
Aki-san, you are so very sexy. I like your hair. I like your body. It is very fine, very nice. Would you go out with me? Date. You wanna go date?
I only like 2D, bro.
Hentai Dude 2016. Yeah, that's... I mean, look, granted, not all Japanese men sound like that, but a lot of Japanese guys I know speaking English sound like that. It's just over-enunciating all the syllables, right?
Right. Yeah. Oh,
No, that's not the stereotypical accent. That is, like, straight up what people sound like.
Okay, now let's try this. Try to hit on me in Japanese.
In Japanese?
Yeah, just speak Japanese.
あ、君かわいいね。ちょっと、一緒にご飯行こうよ。
Okay.
行く行こうよ。その後ホテルとか行こうよ。いいはい、行こう。
Yeah, E.
Yeah,
Totally E.
Yeah, very, very E.
Yeah, just speak with the Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joey speaks anime, and I like anime.
That's hotter, agreed.
Hmm.
But why? You don't...
What?
Why is it hotter when you don't even understand what I'm saying?
I think that's kind of like the kink of it. It's like...
Oh, my kink. Not being able to understand my
legit,
partner.
like you could have honestly just insulted me, and I probably so. It's like, did anyone here, like, any Americans watch Proud Family? And do you remember, like, that grandma character who had the boyfriend that only spoke Spanish and she didn't understand a fucking word that he was saying, and she was just like,
I have no idea what the fuck.
yeah, and then the guy who was speaking Spanish would do nothing but insult her, being like, you're fucking fat, and he'd say it all in Spanish.
Yeah.
And like, and this was a kids show, and it would be in subtitles like, you're an old hag and I think you're fat, and then she's like, ooh, you are so sexy, and then it would just be the funniest shit ever. I think it's just like, it adds to it when you don't know what the other person.
I told you that story of when I told this story on the podcast, but like when I was at a Starbucks in America, I think it was like one of the first times I went to America, right? So I still had a bit of the thicker Australian accent at the time, and I was like ordering something. I think it was in Vegas or California. I don't remember. No, it was in California. It was in LA. and I went to a Starbucks, and I said to the lady, I was like, in much thicker Australian accent, I said like, oh, can I get something along the lines like, oh, can I get a cappuccino grande or some shit like that? And then she looked at me. So it was like this black girl. She like looked at me. She's like, say that again.
Yeah.
And I was like, can I? And I thought she didn't understand my accent, so I was like, can I get a? I said it slowly. I was like, can I get a cappuccino grande to go, please? And she's like, you said that so nice. I'm gonna have to hear that one more time.
That's so American.
And I was like, I just want a fucking cappuccino.
No, like a lot of Americans do like the Australian accent. At least, like from what I've heard from so many like of my friends, we've always liked the Australian. I've always liked the Australian accents.
I don't get that.
I've liked it so much more than English accents. Like, but a lot of other friends like they either really love Australian or like they also really love like English. But I don't know.
I don't get it. What is it about the Australian accent that you find attractive? Or that anyone finds attractive? I don't know if other people in this chat find it attractive, but...
You sound like you're about to, I don't know, wrestle with a kangaroo, and I don't know, it's just...
No Australian would willingly wrestle with a kangaroo.
No, I don't know.
That's like going to die.
No, it's, I don't know, the accent is just cool.
I guess? It's just hot?
Yeah.
What about it is hot, though? What about it is attractive? I don't understand.
Well, do you find American accents attractive?
Yeah. Well, it depends.
Okay, mine.
Yeah, like a Californian accent?
Well, not that I'm expecting you to be like, no, I've actually never...
Because like, nah, you sound whack, bro.
But what I'm saying, like, do you find it attractive?
Yeah. Oh, I think Californian, like West Coast accents and like Texas accent, like Southern Texas accent is hot.
So Joey knows this already. But for the first half of my life, I was raised in Virginia, and I lived in a very like small town called Mechanicsville. I know that sounds like the beginning like town of an RPG game, but that's legit what it's called. And I was the only Asian kid like in my entire school and in almost in my entire neighborhood, and yet I picked up that like country twang and
the y'all.
Yeah, the y'all and everything. And it wasn't until we moved to Las Vegas that I got like a different reaction out of people. I honestly I can't even remember what it sounded like, but they would just be like, "Ugh," like
here's the thing.
It sounds so weird on you.
Here's the thing. Before I went to like Texas or like anywhere in like the South, like any of the South like American states, I always like in my head it was always just like the yeehaw, howdy partner,
No,
like you know
really.
that kind of
Yeah,
like like that's what people imagine the Southern accent, like Texas accents to be, right?
Yeah, no.
But like when you actually the first time I heard like a really cute girl say like, "How are y'all doing today?" Like I was
How y'all
like,
doing today?
"Oh damn, that's kind of hot."
Yeah, no, it's cute, isn't it?
I think it's really fucking cute.
The one that I always used to say when it like, I mean, it was basically that. When I was little, I'd just be like, "How y'all doing today?" And then, but it looked weird on me apparently because I was.
Oh
Asian.
yeah, for you, yeah, it's a bit weird.
Because then my parents, when we would like webcam with my grandparents, and when I was a little kid, they'd just be like, it's such a weird combo because she's Asian.
Yeah, they sound like Sandy from SpongeBob.
Sandy cheeks.
Yeah, like that kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
like very like, but more so like not so much like the, you know, like the abrasive like girls, but like, you know, the more like kind of like quiet, like, you know, like very like timid girls in Texas. And if they're like, "How are y'all doing?" Like, I'm just like, "Oh, why are you so cute?"
Right? It's so cute.
I find it fucking, but like, I wouldn't have discovered that if I didn't actually go to Texas.
Yeah.
Right? Because otherwise in my head, Texas would have just been like, "Yeah, cowboy," like that, you know, that kind of shit, right?
Well,
Like,
you think everyone just like carries a gun with them, shoots
Yeah.
it in the air with a
Yeah.
cowboy hat? No, we don't have the cowboy
they're
hat.
like, "Don't talk to me until I've cocked my gun." Like, you know.
That's just Americans. Yeah.
Me being Aussie with the exact same thoughts about our accent as him, I don't see how it's attractive at all. Right? I don't think any Australian, especially dudes, I don't think any Australian dudes think that the Australian accent is hot. I don't know.
So
I feel that's just me.
I remember a Storm has a pretty thick accent.
Oh, yeah. But he's from a different, like, he's from, like, Queensland, though. Like, okay, it's weird. Australia, okay, here's the thing about Australian that is very different to, like, British English accents or American English accents, is that Australia is, and maybe New Zealand in a sense, is like, you know how in like the UK or in America, depending on what part of the country you're from, there's like very different accents, right?
Yeah.
Like you can talk to someone in the UK and being like, oh, you're from Southern England versus like, you know, like I can tell the difference between someone from like Brighton versus someone from like Manchester, right? It's like very different. Same in America. You can tell if someone's from California versus someone's from New York. But in Australia, it's almost completely uniform. I couldn't tell you the difference between someone from Perth and someone from, fuck, I don't know, Hobart, right? Even though it's completely on the other side of the country, right? It's almost so generalized that, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because our country hasn't been around for that long.
Maybe.
I mean, we were only founded in 1778, so we're not even 250 years old as a country.
Yeah.
In my mind, every Australian voice is Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I don't even remember what Ty the Tasmanian Tiger sounds like. Yeah, like, you know, like you know, yeah, like recently, you know, I figured out the difference between like someone from the north of England versus someone from the south of England, right? Like in the south of England, like in London or like Brighton, like around there, it'd be like, you know, like my mother got a cup, you know, from the kitchen. Whereas someone from like Manchester would be like, my mother got a cup from the kitchen, you know. It's very, very different.
You wanna try each other's accents?
I mean, I can do an American accent more than you can do an Australian accent.
I think that'll be funny.
All right. Ready? 3,
wait,
2.
wait. Oh, how about like maybe the chat can give us things to say?
Okay, I'm gonna do an American accent for a while, and then Aki's gonna do an Australian accent for a while, and give us shit to say.
I haven't even like because Joey always likes to try and do an American accent. And I almost never want to do Australian.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so we're looking at the chat right now. Yeehaw. I like your cut, G. It's got nothing to do with being an American.
Fuck, is that the largest kangaroo I've ever seen?
Alright, that was pretty good. The chat's moving by so fast.
Cracking a tinny on my tinny, checking the muddies. Nets. What?
Say this one.
Wait, what? We're not here to fuck spiders. Spiders?
That was-
Spiders? We're not
Say
here
it-
to Spock. We're not here to fuck spiders.
We're not here to Spock spiders.
We're not here.
Do a Californian.
No, do San Francisco. Like, oh, the righteous.
Oh, yeah, bro. Like, yeah, like, you go out there into the waves, bro, and you just get pitted. So pitted.
I showed Joey that video.
What in the Betty Crocker, Alabama bullshit is that, Lou?
You
Betty-
what, mate?
Betty Crocker, Alabama bullshit.
G'day, mate. Let's see. I'll just go down to the servo and then go grab a zinger box.
That's so funny.
Let's see.
Man, I just blasted the biggest turd ever. Like, the size of this thing was like, yo.
I love Sword Art Online.
That was fucking gnarly, bro. Like, you should have seen the size of this thing, dude.
I like this one. I love Sword Art Online.
You sound like that fucking anime man guy. Fucking hate that guy.
He only speaks anime.
Yeah, fucking hate that guy.
Pull the wool over your eyes. Man, I'm trying to like unlearn. I want to hear Aki say hard yaka.
Hard yaka.
Hard yaka.
Yeah.
Hard yaka?
Hard yaka.
What's that mean?
God, what does hard yaka mean again? Wait,
That's a
okay,
hard
okay.
answer.
Let's wait. Here's a big sentence right here.
Doll.
Here's one right here. All right. So let me do it first. Once upon a time, there was a lovely princess, but she. Oh, this is from fucking Shrek. It's literally the open. Once upon a time, there was a lovely princess.
No, English.
Okay. Wait, English or American?
American.
English,
Yeah,
right?
sorry.
Once upon a time, there was a lovely princess, but she had an enchantment upon her of a fearful sort, which could only be broken by love's first kiss. She was locked away in a castle, guarded by a terrible fire-breathing dragon. Say that in Australian.
Oh man, fuck me. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a lovely princess, but she had. Oh, I'm going like New York. But she had an
Why does your voice change?
But she had an enchantment upon her of a fearful sort, which could only be broken by love's first kiss.
You're like going in and out of like British and New York.
I know, it's so bad. She was locked away in a castle, guarded by...
Castle.
She was locked away in a castle, guarded by a terrible fire-breathing dragon. Fire-breathing... Okay, I'm doing the whole thing. Once upon a time, there was a lovely princess,
Yeah.
but she had an enchantment upon her of a fearful sort, which could only be broken by love's first kiss.
Fearful sort was very British.
Sorry.
Fearful sort.
She was locked away in a castle, guarded by a terrible fire-breathing dragon.
Yeah. And then if you do New York, you're like, once upon a time there was a lovely princess, but she had an enchantment upon her of a fearful sort, which could oh fuck, that's very similar. Which could only be broken by love's first kiss. She was locked away in a castle, guarded by a terrible fire-breathing dragon.
Maybe now's the moment.
Well, there you go. That's that was bad. That was all bad. Bro, that's so radical. Like, shaw, bro.
Say, wait.
Wait,
Wait, you want me to say this purple one?
yeah, here we go. Say this one.
Okay.
From Friday.
Oh gosh, okay. Okay. If you're a fucking full-grown Aussie, this is what you'd have for breakfast. You fucking dog cunts. A fucking VB long neck at 20 to 8 in the fucking morning. Get that up there.
Okay, it's like kind of misspelled.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, if you're a fucking full-grown Aussie, this is what you'd have for brekkie, you fucking dog cunts. A fucking VB long neck at 20 to 8 in the fucking morning. Get that up there.
I'm looking at English, but I don't understand English.
If you wanted to be extra Aussie, Pride, then you would have said brekkie instead of breakfast.
Right.
If you're a fucking full-grown Aussie, this is what you have for brekkie, you fucking dog cunts.
Okay.
If a fucking VB long neck at 20 to 8 in the fucking morning. Get that up there.
I don't know what the hell that meant.
It's horrible.
What is that?
He basically said, if you're a real Australian, this is a true Australian breakfast, my friends.
Something about eating dogs?
No, dog cunt.
Oh.
Like this, it basically means, if you're a true Australian person, this is what you would have for breakfast, my friend.
Why is everyone saying this one?
A beer bottle, what?
Why is everyone saying this one?
It's from Jojo.
Oh god, okay, fine. If I say this, then please stop spamming it.
Yes. Say it in an Australian accent, go.
Oh god.
It's hard to say it's hard to say a Japanese word in an Australian accent.
Okay. My name is Kira Yoshikage. I'm 33 years old. My house is in the northeast section of Morio, where all the villas are, and I am not all the villas are, and I am not married. I work as an employee for the Kamayu department stores,
Yeah.
and I get home every day by 8 p.m. the latest. I don't smoke, but I occasionally drink. Alright, cool. You got it.
An American accent? My name is Kira Yoshikage. I'm 33 years old. My house is in the northeast section of Morio, where all the villas are, and I am not married. I work as an employee for the Kameiyu department stores, and I get home every day by 8 p.m. at the latest. I don't smoke, but I occasionally drink. How do you say occasionally?
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
You sound like English dub. Like where it's like uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Let's do the avatar.
Oh,
thing.
the avatar. Okay.
Let me go first. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. 100 years passed, and my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save.
You sound like Siri. Give me the summary of Avatar.
Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Alright, go in Australian accent.
Oh, man.
This is the last one we're doing. We're not doing any more after this.
All right. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Fuck! Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. 100 years passed, but my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save the world.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
Thank God it was made by Americans.
Dun, 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 dun.
Fire.
Dun,
Water.
dun, dun,
Earth.
dun,
Wind.
dun, dun,
Long ago.
dun, dun, dun,
Water. Water.
dun,
Water. Water.
Secret tunnel, through the forest. Secret
fucking tunnel. Yeah, mate.
And die.
Get into the fucking secret tunnel, you dog cunts. SoCal accent. Oh, okay. What do you want me to say, Graham, in a second? So, yeah, what you want to do is to get on the westbound 10 all the way to Pomona, then take the junction to the 210. If you want to avoid that SIG Sigalot, what the hell is a Sigalot? Then hop on the 110 and cruise all the way down to Ventura. I don't know what any of that meant.
Wait. Westbound tunnel, Pomona. It's something in Cali?
It's SoCal.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I can do Filipino. Maybe some English.
Go.
Which one?
Filipino.
Filipino. Okay.
Filipino.
Okay. I'll just do Avatar. Fuck it.
You sound gay? Well, then I sound like SoCal, then, don't I? Kidding.
Where's the... Oh, wow.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, it's all gone.
Never
Okay,
mind.
never mind.
I can't do a British accent, because when I try and do a British accent, it just turns Australian.
I can't do Irish. I'm not even gonna try.
Like, Irish?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. I can't do it.
Ireland? Ireland. Welcome to Ireland.
Welcome to Ireland.
Welcome to Ireland.
Where there were two farms.
Hi, now, Brian Kai.
That's exactly how that trailer goes. Have you guys seen, like, all the shit that happened for that movie trailer? Like, Wild Mountain Time?
Yeah, you shouldn't. Apparently it was really shit.
Apparently, like, everyone, like, gives it shit because it had, like, terrible Irish accents. There were two farms.
Yeah, because it's like Christopher Walken narrating.
He had a rock tied to his neck.
And he doesn't sound Irish at all. He just sounds like Christopher Walken. He had a rock tied to his neck.
To his neck.
He had a rock. That's like very like...
He had a rock.
It's like random words need to be like way too overly accentuated to be a Christopher Walken impression, right? It's like, he had a rock tied to his neck.
Aki, I have a question. During your most
It's
recent...
bad news.
During your most recent Detective Aki video, were there some parts that you had to cut out for YouTube's sake? Yeah, a fuck ton.
A fuck ton.
I'm surprised I got away with the shit that I did. Actually, you know, like, it actually did take forever to get that thing monetized. I had to go, like, back and forth with my manager to get that shit up to YouTube, to be like, it's just talking about what's already out there. It's not like, you know, yeah, so... The next Detective Aki one, though, I have have like an idea of what I want to do. I took a break after that last one.
Mm.
There's actually a video that Joey wanted to do where he wanted Detective Aki in it.
Maybe.
For a while.
Maybe.
But who knows? Maybe.
Can you do Shrek, Joey? Well, no, because that's just like a Mike Myers like butchered Scottish accent, isn't it? Donkey!
Have I ever thought?
What are you doing in my swamp?
What are you doing in my swamp? Aki, have you ever thought of streaming on Twitch? Actually, I was thinking of this. I don't know if I want to do a birthday stream because I never stream. But what do you think?
Well, why not? You almost never stream.
Can I use your computer? Can we just do it on your Twitch? If we do,
Maybe.
can just like, I don't know, get a cake or some shit.
Yeah, we'll think about it.
Sure. Cause like I don't know how to like do my Twitch anymore. I don't even know like how to log in anymore, cause I don't stream. But I don't know. We'll see.
What if Detective Aki and Dr. Jelly showed up together sometime?
I don't
That
know.
would just be chaos. Anyway, I think we should end the stream soon. I'm fucking starving.
I'm fucking starving.
I'm fucking starving. I'm famished.
I'm famished.
So we're gonna end the stream right here. Alright guys. Thanks for coming out to the stream.
Wow, there's a lot of that.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out to the stream, guys. I don't know when I'm gonna be streaming next because we're going on a trip tomorrow. Oh
Yeah, we are going on a trip.
We still
Totally
got
forgot.
we still got to pack for that.
I actually totally forgot.
All right, let's pack for that then, shall we? All right, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for all the bits, donations, subs, all that good stuff. Go check out today's video if you haven't. And yeah, have a good one, guys.
Bye bye.
See ya.